Hello, everyone. What's going on? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you're doing? And welcome to another episode of the Watchalong between Manchester United and PSG. This time, guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you're watching in the world. I really appreciate it. Guys, can you do me a favor? Before I start, please don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. Put all your notifications on, all that jazz. Man United against PSG. Well, Man United have got, funny enough, a really good record against PSG since we lost that first game. I remember when Di Maria went into the crowd and stuff like that. Since then, we've had quite a good record against PSG, and actually, some of our most memorable games over the last 10, 15 years have been against PSG. Notably, the comeback in France, of course, where we won 3-1 and went through on away goals. We also beat them a year or two later, wasn't it? 2-1 as well. So we've got quite a good record against them. I don't understand the fuss with all these teams losing against PSG. I don't get it. But yeah, guys, they're a good team. They've gone leaps and bounds. One thing about PSG is a football club that we should aspire to be like, because they have gone, from nobodies to the best team in Europe. And they haven't done it like just overnight. They've done it through time, and they got better and better each year. And the investment was every single year, wasn't it? Every single year. They invested on PSG, and that's what proper owners do. And they built the football club properly, rather than making excuses, of course, which Manchester United like to do quite prominently. And they make loads of excuses. Let's make loads of excuses and things like that, of course, absolutely. But welcome, guys, to the stream. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to smash that like. If you could do that for me, that'd be absolutely splendid. Thank you, guys. Let me just get through some of your comments before I go through the actual thingy, when we go through the actual lineups. Smash those likes, straight from both. Smash those likes. Pete, speak up, my friend, myself, which is obviously me. Yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like, and don't forget to put your notifications on and all that. We need to get up to at least 50 likes by the end of the show, don't we? Good evening, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up Bilal. Hope you're doing well. Big up All Bars One. What's going on? Big up Marky Mark as well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Morning, sound and community. How are you, my friend? Very good, my friend. Good to see you. Need to splash the cash, absolutely, and get us some players. But I don't trust the ball to do the right thing. I don't trust them either. I don't think anyone should. I think people will be a fool to trust them blindly. And I think that a lot of people just trusting them for the sake of trusting them. They're trusting them because they feel like, you know what, if they don't trust them, they would go against what they are, which is what they believed in from the beginning, and because their ego would prevent them from actually, changing their mind. Of course, big up Mark, about good to see you. Of course, big up Ephraim. Of course, Danny B as well, guys. Big up Box Ricks. Hope you're doing well. Big up, welcome to Box Ricks, and welcome to the channel. Of course, Thomas, big up yourself. Big up Sal. I'm here for all the things that comes with Stretford Post. Thank you so much, Thomas. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Really good to see you all, of course. Big up Niche. Thank you so much for your like. I really appreciate that, my friends. Really appreciate that. Good big up everyone, and welcome to the stream. Guys, what's your predictions for today's game? Now, I'm going to go through the lineups real quickly, guys, if you don't mind. Let me just go through some of the lineups. Okay. Man United. Now, look, one thing that I get a little bit, let me just see if I can get this up first. Where's it gone? Here we go. The one thing I get frustrated about with Man United, and I don't know about you guys, I get frustrated because we do things, right, that are a little bit boring. For example, playing Heaton. Heaton, we could have played a young lad. We could have played Heath or me. We could, not me individual, but me, the player. Guys, yeah, we could have done that, but Heaton it is. Heaton's in the team. Heaton it is. Heaton is what we are right now. Guys, we got the heat on in regards to the transfer window. That's pretty certain. Absolutely. The heat is definitely on with that. Short left back, Heaven and Maguire, Mazraoui as a right back instead of Dalot today. Santos and Mason Mount in the middle. Ahmad, Shea Lacey, Dorgu, and Mbeumo is the lineup. In regards to PSG, lots of absentees in regards to PSV, but they got the first team choice goalkeeper, Safanov, Pacho as well, who played last season. They got Zabanye, Bowley. They got Mayulu in the midfield, very talented player. Beraldo, Dro Fernandez, Kvaratskhelia is in the team. Interested to see Kvaratskhelia, of course, I think the best left winger in the world, in my opinion. They got Ayari, and Mbaye is playing today. Of course, Mbaye has been linked to various clubs around Europe, including Manchester United. Now, in regards to the substitution, we got me, Heath, Armour, Dallo, Euro, Fernandes is back. Of course, Bruno Fernandes, Harry Amas is there. The two Fletcher twins, I think it's a little bit unfair. I think we should have fitted JJ Gabriel. It's pretty evident that the Fletcher twins are in the squad like this, the doubly in the squad because of their dad. And that's a little bit, that's the problem. That's nepotism. That's the thing that we do so badly. The favoritism needs to stop, definitely. I would have much rather see JJ Gabriel, Jim Thwaites, or one of them in the squad rather than the two Fletcher twins guys, absolutely, which, to be fair, I have not been impressed when I've seen them, I'll be honest. Tillmans is the first time in the squad. Good to see him back and now ready to make his debut for Manchester United. Probably make his debut in the second half, in the 60th minute or something. But good to see him. And Joshua Zirkzee was on the bench as well. Notable players for PSV. They've got Chevalier, the goalkeeper, of course. Very highly rated goalkeeper, but is on the bench these days for PSG. We've got Marquinhos, the experience of Marquinhos. We got one of the best right backs, if not the best right back in Europe, Nuno Mendes. We got João Neves in there as well on the bench. So that is, we got Bourdin as well, good player, and we got Vitinha. And they got a lot of ammunition to come off the bench if needed, of course, guys. So yeah, look, you know what? It might be a case where the second half might be a bit tricky if they get some substitutions in there. The second half might be a little bit tricky, absolutely. Me deserves minutes, I agree, Sal. Danny B, I don't know why Heaton plays. I don't know. Look, I just get bored with this. I get bored with, the selection process. I'm not in, at the end of the day, it's bad. PSG have a strong team. They have a really strong bench as well, isn't it, Danny B? Big up Niche. He loves the pivot mental. Yeah. Only a few months until Mount's out of action. You think a few months, Niche? I think even a few weeks. I think give it a few weeks, he'll be out of action. Forget about a few months. I think it'll be a few weeks, and then give it, guys. Listen, I'm going to say this. So say give it 5 games. I hope not, but give it about 5 games. You're going to see Mason Mount injured. He's going to be walking off the pitch. Why is Heaton still at the club? Says Niche. Exactly that. In my opinion, I just feel like it's a little bit strange. I don't know why he plays. Why don't we think about the future and maybe play Heath or me or something like that? I think it would have been more beneficial to us. I don't rate Heaton. I never have. I think he's overweight. I think he's a little bit sluggish. I don't know why we're playing him. Absolutely. Big up Richard. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Mount will be injured today, Sal. Can you imagine, mate? Then they're going to really have to start working hard, isn't it, Richard? They're going to have to really start putting the effort in and trying to get players in. Of course they are. Imagine that. Bobby, the legend. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Bobby in the house. Hope everything is blessed with you, my friend. Hope everything is good with you. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good. We need Scott and Hall, says Niche. We need a lot more than that, mate. I think. What's your prediction today? I think Man United will win by 2-1 Ephraim. That's what I'm going for. PSV in their last game, PSG, should I say? I keep saying PSV. PSG in their last game lost 3-0 to Real Mallorca, RCD Mallorca, of course. So what I'm happy about today, Akliush is, I've seen Akliush there. He was linked to Man United. He's gone to PSV. What I like about today's game is it's actually quite a packed house today. There's actually a full house today, which is better, than having an empty stadium. It does add more to the atmosphere, doesn't it? To be honest with you, and it was disappointment. No JJ today. Bit gutted, not going to lie. Bobby, I don't understand why Jack and Tyler Fletcher both need to be in the squad. Why are they getting preferable treatment? It's pretty evident. JJ Gabriel should be playing. If he was playing for Barcelona, he would be on that bench at least. This is what I don't like. This is the things I drives me mad because, we're waiting and wait. What are we waiting for? This guy is absolutely ready. And what are we waiting for? Play him on the bench. Just knocks all the excitement at the game, doesn't it, really? It just knocks all the excitement. Jack Fletcher and Tyler Fletcher, for the life of me, I'm sorry, guys, but I've watched these two play and I am not overwhelmed. And why do they keep getting in? I don't know. Absolutely. I don't know why they keep getting in. It's crazy. But that's Man United. This is exactly what we are, isn't it? We're always, always doing this. We're always doing this. We're young. We take our time, and then they end up stagnating and drifting away. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, yeah, a bit gutted about that. I'm gutted as well, Bobby. It's good to see you, but I'm gutted as well, definitely, in regards to JJ and Jim Thwaites, in my opinion. Jim Thwaites as well, who I'm a big fan of. Surprised that he's not in the lineup either, sadly. Do you know what I mean? And or in the squad, should I say? I don't get it. Nepotism, massive. Exactly, Niche. I agree. Nepotism is massive. It's pretty evident. There's no, you can't sugarcoat it. It's evident. How can both Fletcher twins be guaranteed every single game? I don't understand. Agree. Definitely Thwaites better than Fletcher's. I agree, Danny B. They're just in the team just because of their dad. And people try to deny that, guys. Fletcher was good. Darren Fletcher was a very good player. But, I've got a thing about players' sons becoming footballers because they haven't necessarily had to work for that as hard as the next man. Not saying they don't work hard, but they haven't necessarily had to work as hard as the next man. These Fletcher twins in the squad, automatically, I don't get it. I mean, JJ Gabriel came on and shone, the last game and against Atletico Madrid. And I felt like he should be in the team now. I don't get it. He should be in the squad now, absolutely. Now, this stadium brings back a lot of memories. Those who have been a Man United fan as old as me, I'm going to be showing my age. Remember when Manchester United played IFK Gothenburg? Now, Man United played IFK Gothenburg many, many years ago, and we lost 3-1 in this stadium. I remember Mark Hughes got an opening goal, and we ended up losing the game by 3-1. We beat IFK Gothenburg in the return at Old Trafford in 1994, I think it was, and we beat them 4-2. If you remember, those of a certain age will remember that time, remember those games, of course, in the early days of the Champions League. It was pretty difficult for Man United in those early days of the Champions League, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Man United are just slapping hands with the PSG players, of course. They're slapping hands with PSG players. PSG are wearing their home kit today, not their away kit. Sorry about the graphic, but they are wearing their home kit today, of course. So, yeah, big up everyone who's just joined me today. Guys, smash that like button. Let's get the win against this team. Look, I'm not going to overreact either way. Do you know what I mean? Big up Niche. Let's be honest, Cristiano Jr. won't be a serious footballer. It's the upbringing, isn't it? You look at Cristiano Ronaldo. When Cristiano Ronaldo was young, he used to sweep streets and things like that. He actually learned about real work ethic and stuff like that. That's the difference between a player that had to work his way up and a player that was given opportunities because of his dad. Now, it's okay if they're incredibly talented because that can happen sometimes. But more times than not, the players that dads are footballers don't generally get anywhere near their footballers. There's a lot of context that surrounds that in regards to the upbringing, in regards to the street vibe, the work ethic, and having to do something amazing in your life. Being a footballer and your dad's a footballer isn't an amazing achievement. It's something that many do, and many getting up the favoritism to do, of course. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Harry Maguire still at the football club. Yes, he's still at the football club. And he will be the captain of today's game here, guys, in Sweden. Of course, good to be back in Scandinavia as well, guys. I really enjoy the fact that we're going to Scandinavia this preseason and not all the way to America like we've done over the years, or Thailand or things like that. Yeah, it's great to go over there sometimes. But listen, guys, it's great to come back to Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden. Really good. I really enjoy it. When Man United play, we got such a heritage, a historical value in regards to playing in Sweden and Norway, and we haven't done it enough over the years. In fact, we haven't signed enough players from Scandinavia over the recent years, have we? Which is a little bit disappointing as well, isn't it, guys? So yeah, look, good to be back. Good to be back in this environment, in the Scandinavian environment, and hopefully, we put on a show, and hopefully there are some goals today. Hopefully we get a good game. That's why I said it would have been nice to play JJ Gabriel. He will add a little bit of an excitement to the game. It would have been really good, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and we have to accept it, sadly. But a lot of first-team players are back now. Obviously, looking forward to seeing Tillmans come into the lineup. Of course, Andre Santos is starting to settle down now as well. Kvaratskhelia, playing against Kvaratskhelia, guys, for the first time, so which is which is good, of course. So, yeah, Kvaratskhelia, of course, is a Napoli legend, of course, absolutely. Remember Beckham's son, shy at football, but their dad was amazing. Exactly, mate. I loaned the Fletchers out, not good enough. I agree, absolutely. Guys, big up, Thomas. Game is underway. Now, guys, we are ready. We're underway here in the beautiful city of Gothenburg. We are here, guys. And Manchester United are playing from right to left here. Guys, it hasn't changed IFK Gothenburg, to be honest with you. The stadium hasn't changed. It's still miles away from the pitch. I remember it like it was yesterday. Those who know, of course. Big up, Thomas. You are more than welcome, Sal, to Gothenburg. I'm glad he's showing around. I would love to come around, Thomas. And when I'm there, when I'm in Sweden, I will give you a shout 100%, my good friend. Absolutely. Would love to visit Gothenburg one day. Definitely. I would love to visit Scandinavia one day. That's why I would love to visit Sweden. Absolutely. One of my bucket list places to visit. Definitely. I mean, I'm probably the only one who's speaking about IFK Gothenburg against Man United. I guarantee you that nobody else is speaking about IFK Gothenburg against Man United from 1994, apart from me. Big up, Asif. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready for another rocky ride of a season, Asif. Hope you're blessed. Good to see you. Richard, Sheer Lacey starting his awesome start. Very awesome. I'm glad about it. He's ready, mate. He's ready. I would say that, he's completely ready. He's ready for first team football. I would say absolutely. Thwaites, I can see having a future. Yeah, I think so. He has got a future, but he needs to play. We need to give him more games. Leaving him out of games like this, it doesn't make me too happy, and especially JJ Gabriel. What are they doing? Hiding him from PSG in case PSG take him? Good morning, Alex. Good evening for me, but good morning to you, Alex. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to stream. Here comes PSG on attack. It's going to be a goal. It's 1-0 to PSG already. 1-0 to PSG already. They've scored already. It's in Bay. It's in Bay who scored the goal. PSG are 1-0 up. A terrible start for Manchester United. Already 1-0 to PSG. Terrible defending, guys. Really bad defending considering how experienced our back line is. But it's 1-0 to PSG. I looked a little bit offside if you ask me. But it is 1-0 to PSG already. Terrible start for Man United. We're in the second minute and we're losing by a goal to nil. PSG in this friendly game are 1-0 up, guys. 1-0. Let me have a look. No, he's way onside. Heaven didn't get. He got on the wrong side of his man. It was too easy for PSG, to be honest with you. Poor goal to concede. Very poor goal to concede. 1-0 to PSG. Absolutely, very, very poor goal to concede for us. Completely unmarked. I mean, it was a good cross, to be fair. Completely switched off. And that's what we're talking about. The quality was there in the opening minutes. PSG showed their quality. Another attack, and there you go. They're coming forward again, PSG. We're getting embarrassed here if we don't be careful. It's pulled out by Heaton. Heaton, just about got away with it. It was almost 2-0 to PSG there. Man United need to wake up. Big up, Mandem. What's going on? Goodness me, that's how easy it is for them to get through our defense. Absolutely. There you go. And this is, here comes in Bremo. Bremo on the right. Can Man United respond straight away? Amazing start for PSG, of course. And Bremo. Let's not forget, we may be playing PSG in the Champions League this season, guys. Let's not forget, we may be playing PSG. We're playing two of the top teams. We're in pot number 2. So we could be playing PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Bayern Munich. 2 of those teams in the Champions League. So this is obviously a test for Man United. It's not even PSG's first team. I would say it's more Man United's first team than PSG's. Big up, Thomas. That's true, Sal. Only you have mentioned IFK Gothenburg. They don't even know Jesper Blomqvist is one of our legend players. I was really proud to see him win the treble with United. He's an unsung hero, Thomas, an absolute unsung hero. And it's good to see him on TV. Where I am, I've got MUTV, and he's presenting it. And it's good to see him. He's looking well as well. He hasn't really changed much. Looking smart. Jesper Blomqvist, I'll be honest with you guys, back in 98, 99, I'll tell you the story, Thomas. I went to Jesper Blomqvist's first game for Man United, and it was in a reserve game. To get fitness. It was against Aston Villa in a reserve game, 98-99 against Aston Villa, of course, at Old Trafford. And Jesper Blomqvist made his debut in that game. And long time ago. But I've got good feelings about Jesper Blomqvist. So underrated and such an unsung hero in regards to Man United because he covered on that left side, didn't he? And in the Champions League final, he was the one who covered us, didn't it? He's the one who covered Giggs. So Giggs moved over to the right. Beckham moved into the middle. Obviously, we had suspensions, didn't we? Big up Niche, my friend Carrick. Carrick's going to get exposed here. Our defense is so easily to break. Big up Gregory. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. People want to die on the hill for the board. That's Mount and Rashford as new signings. That's what's going to happen, mate. It's going to be, it's like a new signing and stuff like that. Absolutely. Actually, but Sal, by the way, our transfer is going. This is happened, and we fans got to be ready to face disappointments. I am positive and up anything that what the new season will be like. I wish better than last. We're not going to get better than last, Asif. This team right now will not get better than last season. There's one very key component here. Casemiro will not be playing for Man United next season. Now, look at the way we were carved open there. Look, at the end of the day, we can gaslight players and these new signings as much as we want. But everyone knows when we're not good enough to come even third this season. I don't think so. If we come third, it'd be achievement, but we should be aiming at coming first. We should be aiming at the league. We shouldn't be aiming at this nonsense third place. You know, who the hell are we? Do you know what I mean? We're becoming of Arsenal of 2015, and it's ridiculous. Mount in the midfield too is a joke. I agree, Tyrone. Absolutely, is a joke. It's too open, and Mount wouldn't last there anyway. So I don't know why we're playing him. I don't know why he's gone with this lineup again. I don't know why he hasn't picked JJ Gabriel on the bench either, or Jim Freites, the midfielder. You know, I don't know why, but it just is what it is at the end of the day. Dorgu, here come United with Andre Santos out for a throw-in to Manchester United over here. Bit of a sucker punch for Man United earlier on. That was a ridiculous goal to concede too early as well, guys. We're just settling down in our seats, and then they suddenly score a goal like that, and we were just so easily carved open. It was unreal, to be honest with you. Asif, even with Casa, this team is nowhere close to competing over 60 season. We need 3 more signings at the bare minimum. Yes, Asif, I would say even 4 when you're thinking about the backup striker, left back, right back, another midfielder. That's 4 already, mate. You know, and we're not even talking about the centre backs, Asif. You know, there you go. That's 5. In reality, chance, good header, wide from Embremo. Yeah, and I don't want to see us playing this makeshift striker business as well. And Bremo's quite evidently not a striker. Man United need to get a backup striker. Do you know what I mean? How they think Mount is a solution for our midfield is mind-blowing, says Ephraim. Absolutely, I agree, mate. I mean, it's the definition of insanity, really, isn't it? What Man United are doing, it is really crazy. Niche, this is exactly what we needed. Fernandes and Tonali. We don't have a functioning defensive midfield for a Champions League season. We told them all summer. We've been telling them all summer, but they don't want to listen. You know, it's very easy to come on here in July and start thinking, you know what, everything's going to be good. Don't worry about it. Trust me, bruv. Everything's going to be okay. It's very easy to do that. Do you know what I mean? But when the season starts and when you start playing a little bit of quality, that's when you separate the men from the boys. And that's what happens, isn't it? Gregory, Mount, this is going to fail. Look, it will be Kobe Mainu. Let me just say that it'll probably be Kobe Mainu, Andre Santos, or Tillmans in the midfield, which will be significantly better than obviously Mason Mount. So I'm not going to obviously be overreact, but our backups are not there. This is exactly what we're talking about. We don't have backup. We don't have any solid player in there. I would even argue that Mainu and Santos and Tillmans are a little bit lightweight, in my opinion. I would argue that as well. So yeah, look, you know, we do need that. We do need that Manu Kone. We do need one of those players in the team. Definitely. We need obviously Lewis Hall in there. We need a backup striker. We need a lot in this team, to be fair, honestly. Niche, when will we see Carrick ball? Never. He's just going to revert to Southgate-esque crap. Well, he did say last season, isn't it, that he hasn't played his favourite football yet. He hasn't played the brand of football that he wants to play because he couldn't. He needed to get results. Well, now the proof will be in the pudding, isn't it? The proof will be in the pudding, and the proof will be with Michael Carrick this season, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know, there'll be nowhere to hide. It's as simple as that. Richard, Tottenham will be in the bottom half of the table next season, Sal. But they will still be in the bottom half of the table. I don't think so. No. De Zerbi, Tottenham, they're going to be up there. Trust me. And believe me, they got a good team now. Did you see them with 10 men against Chelsea? What they did? They got a decent team now. You have to admit, if they go out there and sign Osimhen or someone like that as well, yeah, I don't think they're going to come. They'll come up the league. Don't worry about that. They'll be competing for the Champions League next season. Sorry, Richard, to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not going to try and bring them down to make us feel better. I think they will be challenging next season. They got better players than us in that midfield. Thomas, was that my first ever meet and greet yesterday? Oh, yeah. How did it go, my friend? And had a great time. I saw a certain full-time YouTube channel was there also. They're probably invited by the club, but come to think about it, what you've been saying, yeah, Thomas, the drill, isn't it? You know the drill. You know how these people are. Absolutely. I could have went there. I mean, if I could travel that way, I'm coming for the Middle East, so I would have went there. I would have tried to get my VIP passes and that. Definitely. But yeah, these people, they're beggars really, innit? They're like little peasants here, like, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Yeah, all of them. Niche, Mount gets pushed off the ball like a piece of straw. Yeah, he's not strong. He's not a midfield central. He's injury prone. He's not even a midfield central. And we're playing him there. You can't play an injury prone player in his wrong position, especially in the midfield, because the midfield is more competitive. The midfield is more aggressive. You're going to have more tackles flying in and things like that. Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like PSG. Man United have settled down a little bit better here. PSG are looking like, obviously, they're looking a lot more polished. Let's not forget PSG lost their last game by 3-0 to Mallorca, guys. So, they're not even in a good way, when you're being honest. They're not even in a good way. But, yeah, at the end of the day, Man United, it's all good going out there beating Atletico B and then beating Rosenborg. But when you get to these games, when you get a tiny bit of quality, and when it's getting closer to the season as well. Absolutely. Zerx is adamant to stay, and United is unlikely to go back up striker. Look at the needed CDM position, still nothing happening. Zerx is not even a striker for me. He doesn't act like a striker. He acts like a deep-lying false number 9, false number 10. He's more like a Bruno than a striker. Man United need a striker. Man United need backup. Look at Sesko's injured. We're not going to get goals with Mbeumo up front. How are we going to get goals without Mbeumo? We needed Sesko up there. We needed that traditional number 9. Now look, wasting around. I would have went out there and got even Tony. That's what I would have went out there. I would have went out, got them. Would have got Zico from Egypt or Sabiri from Morocco, someone like that. Get someone proper in the football club, a proper striker in the football club. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would have done, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, we have people at the football club that don't believe it's enough. We need it. There you go. But we need it. Ineos out, Wakers, absolutely. Here comes Dorgu, good cross. Oh, it's just cleared away there. That's handball, surely. That looked like handball. It's a throw into Man United. There's a good cross from Dorgu. Dorgu got into a good position there. Yeah, it was a good little piece of play for Man United. Dorgu could have fell down there, to be honest with you. He didn't. Fair play to him. Maguire. Here's Mbeumo. Mbeumo in the center. Mbeumo running through the center. Passes it out wide. We second guessing there. Poor ball in the end, but Ahmad didn't read it. Ahmad big season for Ahmad as well, guys. Let's not forget about Ahmad. He's got a huge season on his hands this season as well, guys, because we can't be relying on players now. We can't be just blindly relying on players and stuff like that. Mbeumo completely wasted, and we'll get. He's not a central player. He's exactly that, niche. And I will say again and again, he is a right winger, and that's where he got his 20 goals for Brentford in that good season, and that's where he should play. He is a right winger. He is better than Ahmad on the right. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? Big up Bernard. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Bernard. Hope you're good, my friend. No worries if we lose. We'll just say that it's a pre-season match. If we win, we'll all say that the signings are needed as we beat PSG. Signings are not needed as we beat PSG. You can't win, isn't it, Bernard? Done with this fan base, to be honest, accepting mediocrity. I agree with you, Bernard. They're clowns, mate. And not only the fan base, the media as well. Some of the journalists and stuff like that have been gaslighting, things and everything. I'm glad there are people starting to stand up and talk now. There's lots of people starting to stand up and talk now. Do you know what I mean? And there's even Arsenal fans who feel sympathy for Man United, and they're talking about Man United, and they're speaking more sense than some Man United fans, which is mad, isn't it? Thomas, Wes Brown and Andy Mitten was there, and when he jokingly mentioned IFK as rivals, he was met with boos. Of course, it's just love, but I got to admit, a part of instinctively reacted. Not interested in Andy Mitten, to be honest with you. He's a problem as well. He's a Glinios bootlicker as well, of course. You know, he's one of those people using his age and his experience to act like he's better than everyone else as a Man United fan, and he's connected to Man United, and because he's so far up their backside. Him as well. He's a problem. He blocks everyone who questions him on Twitter and Instagram and everything. Asif, I predicted this was change transfer window in the last game of last season. Remember, goals will be like Ten Hag era, hard to come by for that. They will be if we don't get Sesko back. Sesko's a proper striker, mate. Sesko scored 11 goals last season, got double figures. Chance over the bar, deflected corner to PSG. Yeah, PSG looking dangerous on the attack. Tyrone, if Ineos and any sense, they go for an Endrick loan move. Tyrone, agree 100%, mate. Absolutely. For the fact that, look, we can laugh at the fact that, Liverpool have just signed Araujo on loan. I wouldn't mind that move. That would have been a good move for Man United at the full back. Why Man United didn't make that move, why Man United didn't compete for that move, it's baffling, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, it's a loan with an obligation. You know, you just pay a little bit of a fee, right? And then you get him in. And if it doesn't work out, then you know what? You don't have to do the deal, do you? We're just crazy incompetence of the highest order. Absolutely. Nish, I disagree, sir. I don't like him on the wing. I like him right outside Cam in Amram's system. He's better on the wing. He scored 20 goals. That's why we signed him, Nish. That's why we got him on the wing, because we scored 20 goals from there. He's better there because he could whip it across as well. Not Mandem. The Ineos Defense League is a IDL. A group of people having egos. I already clocked it. They just want to show that they are patient and believe the board will deliver. I mean, I don't understand that just a year ago we were doing protests and all of a sudden everyone's so far at their backs. I don't get it. I mean, just a year ago it was a completely different tune, you know, and now all of a sudden they've changed. What's happened there? Do you know what I mean? They're going to score again, Niche, probably. It's a corner to them. Big up everyone tuning in live. Let's get the lights up to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, guys. We are so close to 15,000 subscribers, guys. Really, really close, guys. I think we're literally 12 away. Something like that. So let's get these lights up. Let's get these subscriptions up. Let's get to over 15,000 subscribers on our march to 20,000 subscribers, of course, guys. And eventually we're going to get to that 100,000 mark, of course. And we're going to have that plaque behind us, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here come Ahmad. I don't take anything in regards to, I've said it over and over again on the streams. Those who tune in regularly know what we talk about on the streams. I said it over and over again. I don't take too much into friendlies. I don't overreact when we win. I don't overreact when we lose. What I do with friendlies, I like to take the positives. I like to look at the negatives. I like to analyze them and critique them and praise them as well. And that's what I like to do with these friendlies, because I've seen Man United defeat Real Madrid 4-0 in a friendly. You know, and Real Madrid went on to win the Champions League. What did Man United win? Do you know what I mean? So I know that these friendlies don't mean much. One thing is for certain, though, you can catch certain weaknesses in the team and stuff like that. Big up Gregory. Sal, all of those German, Italian and Scandinavian league player suggestions you have made this summer being passed upon by United, choosing almost nothing. Instead, it's baffling to me. Thoughts? Yes, mate, there's no excuses, Gregory, in regards to the pool of players that are available around Europe. There are great players around Europe. You just have to find them. And unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. There's no Ole Gunnar Solskjaers, Peter Schmeichels anymore, Dennis Irwins and stuff like that. We don't do that anymore. You know, we don't scout. We're very one-dimensional in what we do now. And all these, they don't want to do it because it's simple that they just don't want to. It's a free kick to United in a dangerous position. About 25 yards out. Niche, do you get a plaque at 25k? No, it's 100k, Niche. 100k. Yeah, 100k, mate. Asif, United can spend up 400 million every transfer window and pay up to Tuiga at least 8 players in the window and still be inside the FFP rules. Agreed, Asif. We've been through this loads of times, Asif, and we've calculated it ourselves. You know, and you know, the fact that Man United, we talk about what Man United have. We don't even talk about the sponsorship deals of Betway. We don't talk about the money we got from Greenwood. We don't talk about these things either. And all these other things, 191 million we got for finishing third, 80 odd million, 80 plus million for the Champions League. You know, we can go on and on and on about how much money we've made, not to mention the 4 jerseys that we've released as well, guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely. 20 minutes gone, guys. We've had nearly 1,000 people here today who's joined me today. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you all, of course. Mount injury already, Sal? Really? Don't make me laugh. Are you joking? Are you joking, Richard? Messi's dad just died, age 68, RIP. Oh, good strike. It's saved there. RIP to Messi's dad. Condolences to his friends and family, of course. It's a sad, sad thing, of course. Only 68. Well. My best wishes are to him and his family, of course. That's a horrible thing. Yeah, RIP to Lionel Messi's dad. Yeah. 68. That's no age. No, he's been subbed off for the Fletchers. Oh, God blimey. That's he must be injured. He must be. Why would he get substituted that early? Why would he get substituted? He must be injured. He must be carrying a knock. There must be something going on there. Why would he get substituted so early? You know? Unbelievable. Why would that happen? That's strange. That is strange. This is the thing. This is what we're talking about, guys. Injuries. You know, I'm surprised that Luke Shaw's staying fit. I mean, it's only going to be a matter of time before Luke Shaw starts holding his leg. And we go, oh, no, Luke Shaw's down. Look, Luke Shaw's down. Possibly a broken foot. There you go. Exactly what was I saying What was I saying, guys? What was I saying about injuries, about how they can occur anytime? Have a look at something. 1 second. Commentary. I didn't even see it. Yeah, so Tyler Fletcher is on for Mason Mount. Mason Mount is injured, guys. Tyler Fletcher on for Mason Mount because of injury. It doesn't really say anything other than that in regards to that, but that's about it. That's the only information that we've been given. Mason Mount is off injured. There you go. They're going to have to do business now, aren't they? Mason Mount was limping a bit, guys. Yeah. Mason Mount is useless. What a waste of space. Agreed, Tyrone. I have to agree. Sorry, but I say one Zionist is less now. No sympathies with child-killing supporters. At the end of the day, you know what we believe in, Nassif. In our religion, you always respect the dead, no matter who it is, right? You always respect. In Islam, in anything, in any religion, in Christianity as well, you always respect the dead because we are not God. And I didn't know his father, but I'll always say, sad for him. And that's about it. You know, at the end of the day, that's part of life. I understand that, but we all know what they are, but we always show respect, and that's one thing we do because we're different, and that's what you should always do. Hello, Sal, you called it weeks. I thought for months. Big up yourself, Niche. Here come United. Ahmad. Is that Mazraoui? Mazraoui gets a cross in and he just misses it. Told him Mount would make it. I mean, he's out already. I mean, it's just question. No, it's just a question of quicker than I thought it would be. That's the end of Mount Square. That's the end of the Mount questions. There you go. It was good while it lasted, wasn't it, Gregory? Absolutely. I hope the Fletcher twins are good and not just the side of. I think they are because of their dad, my friend. I'm sorry, but JJ Gabriel and Jim Thwaites are better, in my humblest opinion. I'm sorry, but they are. They're only in the squad because of their dad. I'm saying that. No, I mean, I would love them to prove me wrong, but that's what I believe. They're only in the squad because of their dad. But we already know that people are playing dumb. We have seen a fully fit Mount consistently play for us, yet these fools are trying to bamboozle us with that is something. Well, now, one thing's for certain now, Mandem, they're going to have to do something now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Where they're going to have to do something, isn't it, at the end of the day? Guys. How can any of these journos or board members ever be taken seriously again when they were glazing Mount in the midfield? Facts. I told you. I said it many, many times that Mason Mount in the midfield, he's not strong enough for the midfield. The midfield is completely different to the number 10 position. He's not strong enough. Here comes Luke Shaw back to Dorgu. Lacey. He hasn't really gotten the ball too much, Lacey, so far. But it's a good game for Lacey, a very good game to play against this type of opposition as well, of course. Guys, big up, Chow. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. How you been? It's good to see you. This window has been a disaster for us. Anyone defending it. Ineos is an enemy of the club. I agree with Chow there. Absolutely. Mount injury doesn't surprise me. He is made of glass. Absolutely. He's like the new reincarnation of Martial, wasn't it? Anthony Martial. He's like the reincarnation of Anthony Martial. He is. Absolutely madness, isn't it? All the time. Here we go again. Injured again. Absolutely madness. What do Man United do now? Now they're going to go out there and they're going to have to go out there and they're going to have to try and sign some bloody players. That's what's going to have to happen now because we said this will happen, didn't we? So we're not psychic. It's just obvious. You know what I mean? Richard, United will have to do panic buys now. Absolutely, guys. Without his father, he wouldn't exist. Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. They need to get their wallet out. Absolutely. Scott just went up to 90 million, 110 as we speak. Definitely. Absolutely. Guys, absolutely. Big up Valentine. Surprise, surprise. Mason Mount injured again. There you go. Absolutely. We've been covering it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Asif, Mason nowhere close to Mount. Mason is nowhere close to Mount. He can never climb the peak. Oh, okay. I got the analogy now. I had to read it through. There you go. Big up, Asif. If the club were not changing United, the tax that they will be now, as they will know that we are desperate. What a joke. Yeah, now, obviously, now that we're going to go in for midfielders, everyone's going to know that we're desperate and they need them. Absolutely, 100%, Bernard. This is what happens, isn't it? This is what happens if you leave yourself exposed. You'll be exposed. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? This is what happens. You know, someone give the number 7 shirt to Mbremo ASAP. Would you give it to Mbremo? Yeah, probably. No one else is there. Maybe just leave that shirt vacant for a little while, eh? We really put mud. We really put the number 7 shirt through mud, haven't we? Maybe wait a little bit until we give that number 7 shirt out. Maybe give it to JJ Gabriel and see what JJ Gabriel turns into. Let's see what he does. Let's play him in a team, give JJ Gabriel a number. And then if he does well, we save that number 7. And if he does well, we give him the number 7, and he will be our new number 7. Bruno doesn't want to play 7, Asif. Bruno loves the number 10. Leave the 7 vacant. None of these players deserve it. Agreed, Valentine. At least it's happening now with Mount. Yeah, happening now with Mount. Look, at the end of the day, I don't wish injury on anyone, but it's just so predictable, isn't it, at the end of the day? Every single time, it's almost predictable. Gregory, this is the reason why you don't have thin teams. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Mandem. Mount won't even be fit for the first 5 games of this league you watch. These bootlickers are glazing a board that is incompetent. We're every single day, every single afternoon, every single evening, man, we are being proven right. So we don't even need to do it. We just sit tight and watch this unravel in their face. You know what I mean? There you go. Richard, Shea Lacey, JJ Gabriel should take the number 7 shirt. Eventually, Richard, eventually. Not yet. They should have to earn it like David Beckham did. David Beckham earned it, if you remember. When we lost the number 7 shirt, David Beckham got the number 7 shirt from Cantona. You remember when David Beckham got the number 7 shirt, David Beckham had the number 10, you know? It needs to be an iconic player. Oh, I've forgotten what number is Bruno. Bruno loves his own number. I think it's 18 or something. Sorry, Asif. Bruno's number, he keeps his number through sentimental things. Bruno squad number is, and it's the same in Portugal. Yeah, number 8 is Bruno. Number 8 is Bruno. Bruno only likes the number 8. Bruno does not want to. Bruno 18. Was it 18 or number 8? Whatever. But Bruno doesn't want to move away from his number. He's been asked for the number 7 before. You don't think he's been asked? He's been asked in the past. I think he was asked, number 8, Niche. He's been asked in the past, but he doesn't want it. It's as simple. He's the number 8 means something to him. So, yeah. Unless they, Ephraim, unless they deserved it, nobody need to wear the number 7 shirt. I agree, until they've earned it. I agree. Richard, Sesko should take the number 9 shirts out. I agree, Rich. I do agree with that as well. Mandem, they should have already moved Mount out. Foolishness that these guys have has led them to believe that he can do a job at centre midfield. They've been proven wrong again. There we go, guys. I don't like to be proven wrong, but when we're proven wrong epically, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought it? You know, in a game against PSG, in a friendly, that already we would have problems. Already. I would have thought it would be in 5 games. I said 5 games of the season. We ain't even made that. Unreal. These people are unreal, man. They just set us up for an open goal. Honestly, it's like an open goal. That's what they do. They set us up for that, you know. Asif Sal, trust me, Baleba will contribute more to the amount. I'm sorry, but I will take Baleba, yeah, and nobody, but he's not good enough and he's too expensive. You know, but that nobody, yeah, but I can tell you about 30 players right now that are better than him in that midfield. You know, why don't we go after them? And that's the thing. Baleba's not good enough. Baleba hasn't kicked a ball. He can't string 3 passes together. And guess what, Asif? He's injured. I like your idea of resting the number 7. We did it before, Niche, back in the day. We rested it. And the number 7 shirt used to have some value. And you may have seen the documentary. You may have seen the documentary with David Beckham when he got the phone call from Alex Ferguson about the number 7 shirt. And he was delighted because obviously David Beckham was wearing the number 10. That number 7 shirt needs to be put away a little bit. We've had Di Maria. We've had Memphis Depay. We've had Mason Mount wearing that number 7 shirt. None of those players deserve to wear that number 7 shirt, let me tell you. None of them. That shirt should be sacred to Manchester United. You talk about George Best. You talk about Eric Cantona. Here come United. Ahmad on the right-hand side. Ahmad, Man United looking to equalise before half-time. Can we get something? No. Ahmad loses the ball. Surprise, surprise. Can a shirt number be in a contract? Yes, it can be. If a player wants that number 7 shirt, he can use it in these negotiations. He can say, "Well, I want the number 7 shirt." He can use it in these negotiations, but we should be more sacred with that number. We really should. Excuse me. Xerxes needs to leave and free up the number 11 shirts out. At the moment, I'll be honest, Rich. I agree, but right now we've got nobody. Here comes Mbremo. Chance goal. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Mbremo. There we go, guys. 1-1. Brian Mbremo. 1-1. There you go. Man United equalise. Brian Mbremo with another goal this preseason. He's 3rd of preseason, guys. Good finish of Brian Mbremo. Good positioning from Brian Mbremo. 1-1, guys. Good goal from Manchester United. Manchester United won. PSG won there. Poor play from PSG there. And we took advantage of it. Now it's boom, boom, Mbremo with the goal. Goal Mbremo, one of the most underrated players last season, guys, in my humblest of opinions. I thought he was one of the most underrated players last season. Man United equalised. 1-1, guys. And we have responded well, to be fair. This game so far, since the goal, we have responded well. Man United won. PSG won. Good finish from Brian Mbremo. 1-1. There we go. That's what we like to see. Good play and good goal for Man United. And game on. Game on. Game on. Game on. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody say yeah. Mbremo. Absolutely. Absolute great goal. Get in Mbremo. There we go, guys. Better for Manchester United. Absolutely, mate. You know what? It's better we don't play Mason Mount in that midfield. We've been better since he went off, to be honest with you. Yeah, we've been better since he went off. Hard work from Ahmad pays off. Well played, Ahmad. He needs to work hard this season. Definitely Dylan needs to work hard this season. He's good. We need to work hard. All of us, every single player, need to work hard this season. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough season, guys. Going to be a tough season. A lot of pressure from Ahmed. Hope he continues this form. I hope so, Asif. I hope so. Yeah. Good pressing. He needs to press. We need to work hard next season. Hopefully Man United do something next season. I really hope so. It's just going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. Definitely. But yeah, we played well since the goal, since PSG scored. We've been playing quite well, to be fair. We've been on the front foot. Mount has become Darren Anderton style, injury prone, except Darren Anderton was a proper player. Very, very good player, Darren Anderton, on his day. I got a story about Darren Anderton. I used to live in a place called Leighton, right? Funny you should say Darren Anderton. East London, right? And the local club was Leighton Orient. And I used to have this floodlight in the corner of my garden. And it was for Leighton Orient. And they used to host Tottenham games, Tottenham youth games. They used to host Tottenham youth games. So I used to go and see Tottenham against Chelsea youth and all this. And I used to see lots of players. One day I was sitting in my bedroom, right? And all of a sudden I heard this thing. It went boom, on my window, right? And I looked out my window, I said, what's that? And all I see in my garden, was a ball bouncing up and down. And back then, Leyton Orient didn't have a stand. And in the distance, I saw Darren Anderton, and he shot the ball all the way over, and it hit my window. A few months later, he scores a goal against Colombia in the World Cup. He was injured. That's why he's playing in the reserves. You know, absolutely. Niche, Ahmad and Bremer were lethal under Amram. We need that again. I hope so, Niche. Let's hope so. Richard, Mount has become Darren Anderton. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Johnny, Mount injured again. Shock horror. Wouldn't be surprised if Wilcox was dumb enough to think Mount wouldn't get injured. Exactly, Johnny. It wasn't Wilcox, though, mate. I wouldn't just say it's Wilcox. I would blame Ineos. I blame the whole thing because Wilcox can only do so much. Wilcox can, you know, it's a collective, isn't it, Johnny? It's a collective. It's Ineos. It's not Wilcox. It's Ineos. They don't want to spend the money, and that's what it is. It's simple as that. Richard, Darren Anderton would have signed for United if not for the injury sale. Yes, he would have. Yeah, 100%. Very good player. Yes, I got the ball, Dylan. I sold it in the end. I've also got a signed ball by the Arsenal football team that drew 1-1 with Leyton Orient in the FA Cup. I've got that ball. Yep. I used to work for the NHS, and I used to work in football. I've been working in football a long time. I worked in League One. I used to work in the medical department of the NHS for the footballers and stuff like that. So I used to get to all the players. I used to know all the players and stuff like that. But that's another reason why I know some agents and things like that. But another thing, that was when I was young, and Darren Anderton did that. I was only about 16 years old, I think. And it's a funny picture because the ball was bouncing, you know, absolutely in the garden, like, you know, it's funny that it went all the way. It's quite far, you know. Let's reach 50 likes. Come on, guys. Yes, guys. Let's reach 50 likes, guys. Thank you so much, Johnny. Our attack probably is the only saving grace of our team, to be honest, because our defense might be bottom 5 level defense. I like Aiden Heaven. I think he's going to be a very, very good player. But I think the fullbacks need to be fixed. I think we need a partner for Aiden Heaven. I think Lenny Yoro will be that guy eventually. I think we do need more experience in there, maybe some investment. We need to be solid because you can't win anything without a good defense. You can't win anything without consistency in the defense as well. But I do believe Aiden Heaven will be generational. I think he should be in the England squad next season. I think we got a couple of good players there, young players. Kokunki's coming through as well, but we do need investment. Yeah. Richard, how was that not a penalty on Ahmad Sal? I know it's already happening, isn't it? Sal, any updates on Matthias de Ligt? Yeah, lower back injury. He's in training, doing light training at the moment. No idea when he's back though, as if nothing's been leaked about de Ligt. Yes, Dan. Big up the Windsor Road, High Road, Leyton. You know all about it. I'm Windsor Road. Leyton High Road, absolutely. Just off Church Road, Leyton Orient. That's why I am. Good free kick. Great save by Safanov. Almost 2-1 to Man United. Big up, Dan. Dan knows the score, by the way. Dan knows the score. Big up, Dan. He knows all about that, of course. Euro needs to play instead of the slow Maguire. So I agree, absolutely. I think we need to build a camaraderie there. We need to build a little bit of a relationship there, absolutely. Corner to Man United, by the way. Let me just watch this corner. Corner to Manchester United. That was a great save, definitely, Asif. It's in Bremo, going to be taking the corner, guys. Here in Gothenburg. Corner comes in, it floated in. Header by Maguire. Oh, it's over the bar, just over the bar there. It was Andre Santos who headed it over the bar. He just couldn't keep it down. Absolutely. Johnny, I agree with you on Aiden Heaven, Shao. I do feel bad for him, to win, because imagine how good he could become if he had elite defenders around him. Johnny, I agree 100%. You know how important consistency is in the back, isn't it? You know, you have to have consistency at the back. You have to have collaborations between two as well. And the inconsistencies at the back do cause him a problem. You know, I think Euro will eventually be that guy. Euro's a little bit behind in his development, but he will be. He will be a very good defender. But we have to play them consistently. This is the thing. You can't just expect them to become great overnight and like play like Jaap Stam and Ronnie Johnson overnight. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. United mandate. And Bremo is quality on set pieces. And Bremo is a quality player. He's so underrated, Brian and Bremo. What he did last season, being moved out of position, being moved to the right, sometimes to the left. you know, he's done so well for Man United. I think he's a little bit of an unsung hero when it comes to Man United. I really do think so. Here come United. Is Ahmad. Good ball. Oh, it just went behind him. It's another chance for United. Dorgu on the ball. Go on, Dorgu. Do it. Santos. Lacey out to Ahmad. And it's a corner, United. United are pressing here, guys. United have been better. United are pressing pretty deep, pretty hard on PSG at the moment. United are pressing pretty hard on PSG. Guys, Man United should be winning this game. It's been a good performance so far. Push Lacey, don't make me laugh. Yeah, I know. How can that be a push by Lacey? My goodness me. Unbelievable. But a corner to United. Here, guys, Aiden Heaven and Harry Maguire, slabhead is up there. Man United have got the corner here. Cross comes in deep. Header for Maguire. No, it's wide. PSG are complaining about something there. It's wide. They're complaining about something, but Man United are winning, drawing this game by a 1-1, of course. United have been playing well in this preseason, to be fair. Apart from the first game against Wrexham, I felt like Man United have been decent in this preseason so far. I'll be honest with you. They've been all right this preseason so far. Of course, this is what's even more frustrating, because I know I'm not going to get carried away with friendlies, of course. But I know if we get about 3 or 4 more signings in there, we got a chance, guys. This is the thing. I don't rate this league. I don't think this league is as good as people think. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't. And I think if Man United get the transfer window right, I think we can do bits in this league. I really do. In Bremo here. Back to Ahmad. Shot straight at the goalkeeper. Push by Lacey. I think Asif, I'm not going to take too much into it. Like I said, we don't overreact. I think I don't think PSG are fit. I told people that PSG lost their last game 3-0 to Mallorca just the other day. So they're not that great at the moment. They're not in the right frame of mind at the moment, is PSG. Mandem, why did that schedule our game against Leeds 30 minutes before the UEFA Super Cup? What's up with that, these guys? Mandem, I'm pissed off with that because I wanted to watch the Super Cup. Obviously, I'm a Man United fan channel, so I'm going to do the Leeds United game, of course. But, of course, I'm disappointed because of the Super Cup is on at the same time, and I wanted to watch Villa against PSG. Yeah, I actually think Villa would do them. I think, naturally with PSG, guys, Fletcher's been better than Mount. Yeah, it's not that hard, to be honest with you, in the middle. Fletcher's a proper midfielder. Naturally, obviously, PSG are going to drop off after 2 Champions League wins. But yeah, definitely. I think it's the stupid scheduling. I think even for viewers, if they're thinking about viewers playing the game at the same time as the Super Cup is ridiculous, guys. Yeah, this is just their second game, Asif. I take nothing from it. However, I'm going to look at the positives. If we can keep up this intensity, I'm going to be happy with it, Asif. I just don't trust these players, Asif. You've been here. You've been with us, isn't it, Asif, a long time. I don't trust them, mate. These are not kids anymore. So I'm just going to wait and see what they do in against Hull City on the first game of the season. And let's be honest, guys, we've got a very, very favourable draw in regards to the Premier League for once. We got a good draw. We got the first 5 to 10 games. I feel like are very, very winnable. Very, very winnable, in my opinion. And, maybe, we might get a little bit of momentum. We might win those games. We get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of vibes going on. And maybe, we might be pushing up there. You never know. One thing I want to do is I want to shut up a lot of those hateful Man United content creators. Those people who hate us, I want to shut them up. Trust me, man. I really do. That would be lovely. Absolutely. Guys, we've got about 2 minutes of injury time. Dan, Sal, good thing Ineos knows nothing about our team. We all knew Mount would get injured. They thought they could play penny pinch their way through the transfer window. Wrong again. Yeah, you know what? You know what happens, Dan? Karma strikes, doesn't it, mate? Karma strikes them. Karma has struck them, in the most ridiculous, funny way, because it's not even the start of the season. And I said the first 5 games. And look, maybe the first 5 games of pre-season. You know what I mean? Not the first 5 games of the league, the first 5 games of the pre-season, Cross comes in. Chance. Cleared away by Man United. That's a corner to PSG. Guys, corner to PSG. Good clearance from Luke Shaw there. Good headed the ball well away there. Going to record the Super Cup and watch it on Thursday. So big up, Rich. Big up, my friend. You know what? I need someone could do the watch along for me. Maybe that. Someone does the watch along for the Super Cup. I do the watch along for Man United. There you go. That would be good. Anyway. Asif, so any good performance in these pressure games will give Guineos more reason to resist spending more. It's true. Very true, Asif. Very true. I agree. They're allergic to spending money, mate, and they won't want to spend it. You know, this is how Man United this is how Man United think, guys, right? Take care and Cabra Asif. This is how people think, right? People think. This is how Ineos think, right? Let me just say how Ineos think. Ineos think when you come third place, you don't need any more players because we're good enough. Other teams will say, okay, we came third place. Now, how do we get to the next level? How do we win the league and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Not us. Absolutely, nah. No way, not us. Valentin, being told Freights isn't ready for senior football and that Tyler Fletcher is better because he's Scottish international. Mate, I can play for Scotland, for goodness sake. Did you see them in the World Cup? They just about beat Haiti. I can get a team of Stretford Post 11, Stretford Post FC, guys, right? The Chatterboxers. I can get them all together and we could beat bloody Scotland. Scotland, I mean, what did they do at the World Cup? Were they even there? Their claim to fame is hoping that England don't win. That's their claim to fame. Well, England are third in the world, so they can eat that. Anyway, Dorgu. Lost the ball there. It's going to be half-time here. 1 minute. Half-time, guys. Man United 1, PSG 1. I don't know if this is going to penalties, but it could be going to penalties. I'm not too sure. Guys, 1-1 at half-time. Good performance from Manchester United since the goal from PSG. Let's be honest. It was a good performance from Man United since the goal. And Man United are 1-1 in a good position. However, there are a number of players on that bench for PSG that if you look at those players, guys, they are got quite a few big talented players on there to come on, more experienced players. And also people talk too much nonsense. I know, Valentin. I mean, that shouldn't hold any weight. How many caps he's got and stuff like that is ridiculous. You know, Scotland, no disrespect, man, but they're a waste of time. Did you see the Hearts? Hearts almost won the league last season, right? They should have won the league. Did you see what Benfica did to Hearts? Right? 6-1? Was it 6-1 or 7-1? One of those. It's ridiculous. I mean, just a waste of space. Honestly, I'm not being horrible, but it is a waste of space in Europe, the Scottish teams. Sorry. Don't mean to be nasty, but I believe it is, guys. 2 seconds, guys. I will be back. Yeah, one thing's for certain, though. We're going to have to do business. We're going to have to do work, guys. This summer now, they're going to have to replace Mason Mount, isn't it? I'm funny because I'm wondering what Mark Goldbridge is saying at the moment. That would be funny. I'm wondering what he's saying at the moment. He's probably having the right laugh, you know, about it because we all predicted it. It's just that we thought it would come a little bit later. Greg, the games start counting against Hull 2 weeks from today. Exactly. The players United currently have are simply not enough to last until May. We'll beat Hull probably. Fingers crossed. God blimey, can you imagine? We'll beat Hull probably. And guys, I want to say something. Manchester United on August 2016 defeated Hull City 1-0 courtesy of Marcus Rashford in the 90th minute. At the death, Man United defeated Hull City in 2016 August. Almost 10 years to the day, Man United will be playing Hull City, guys, with Marcus Rashford. What are the odds in Marcus Rashford coming off the bench and scoring? And then we're all going to get giddy again about Marcus Rashford. It's like a new player and blah, blah, blah. What are the odds in that? Richard, at least Mount got injured now and not the day after the transfer. True, very good. Glass half full, Rich. I agree, mate. Ineos defense are out in mad numbers. It's so frustrating. I ain't even seen it, mate. Rashford's still at the club, Valentine. Yes. I ain't even seen it. I ain't even seen it in Ineos defense league. I ain't even seen them. I mean, I don't listen to them. I don't listen to those content creators. I don't give them the time of day. I don't even listen to them because it makes my ears fall off of the low IQ of ball knowledge. You know what I mean? It just makes me sick the way these people are. Do you know what I mean? Crazy. Hopefully, we're going to see Tillmans in the second half, guys. Hopefully, it'll probably be Andre Santos coming off. Tillmans coming on probably sometime in the second half, maybe, guys. So, yeah, we'll probably see that. But also, you're probably going to see some big substitutions from PSG as well, in regards to Nuno Gomez and Vitinha and João Neves and those sort of players as well. They're on the bench, by the way, as well. So we'll probably see some of those players come in as well, guys. So hold tight. It should be. Like, it's not over. This game is not over, guys. That's for certain. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. But yeah, it was a good game, to be fair. Dan, when preseason friendlies, injuries, a tells you all about the play and didn't even play in the World Cup, get a DMA. Dan didn't even think about that. You know, he didn't even play in the World Cup, did he? He didn't even, I mean, he has got no excuses, man. He's got no excuses. I said it, though, guys. Look, at the end of the day, he doesn't need me to tell him. He knows himself. Now, I've said it many, many times about the pelvis injury. Now, Mason Mount had a pelvis injury. And those who know, I worked in the NHS. I worked in hospital medical care for 6 years. When you have a pelvis injury, the medication of the pelvis injury has a knee-jerk reaction in other parts of the body. And the body is actually weaker. You know, the body is actually weaker. So no matter how much you try it, no matter how much effort you put in, you're prone to injuries, especially in elite competitive football, as the Premier League is. Mason Mount needs to go down divisions. I'm sorry. It's just life, innit? He needs to go down divisions and he needs to just, it's not hold that, but he just needs to go, he needs to take it easy because he's going to be crippled. I'll be honest, it's true because he's not fit enough to play football, and it's sad. I know it's sad. It's annoying. It's bad for him, and he doesn't need me to tell him. I'm not gonna dance on his downfall. But we don't talk like this because we want it to happen. We talk like this because of our experience of it happening, you know, and we know about it, and we know about the facts. We know about the facts about injuries and things like that. So they don't need us to tell them. Mason Mount doesn't need us to tell him that he's not fit enough for Man United. Of course, we would love to have Mason Mount in our football team. We would love to have a fit Mason Mount. Of course we would. But it's not going to work out. It's as sad as it is. You know, it's just the way it is. Sorry. United will beat Hull 4-0, Sal Rich. I hope so, mate. Fingers crossed. I hope so. Gregory, Rashford grew up at the club and he was loaned out after his incidents. He never left United. Had he never left United, we don't. Any proper football club, any proper run football club, should I say, wouldn't have Marcus Rashford back. Considering the way he spoke about Man United, he actually slandered Man United, sabotaged Man United verbally. The way he spoke about Barcelona, how he would bend over backwards for Barcelona. If he was a magician, he would stay at Barcelona. Going on TV, criticizing Manchester United, taking a dig at Man United. Look, we all know Man United have got problems, but it doesn't take Marcus Rashford to go on and start putting the knife in. That's not what we need. He should have just put his head down and performed, because if he was performing, that would be one thing, but he wasn't performing for the football club. This is the whole thing. Now, I don't think Man United should bring Marcus Rashford back. I don't. I think, you know, they should try their utmost to get rid of him. Try their best, even if it's on loan, you know, and replace him. Thomas, what jersey do you like most in the World Cup? I like a couple, to be honest with you. I can't remember which ones it was. I did like the Canada one at home. I did like that one. I like one of the USA jerseys, was not bad. I like the away Belgium one. It was white with colours on it. That was quite nice. I did like the Adidas ones. I'll be honest with you. I'm an Adidas, obviously an Adidas fan, but you know, I think the Adidas ones were quite nice. Some of them. The Spanish away one is very nice. Definitely. Ephraim, now they are saying Matt Amram is the only to blame for Rashford leaving when they. Yeah, I know. That's what they said the other day. They said that Amram is to blame for Rashford leaving. They didn't want Rashford to leave, when everyone knows that Ineos wanted Rashford to leave. So they're covering their steps. They're trying to cover their steps when we all know it's live and living colour. We got receipts. They did not want Rashford, and neither did Carrick. Now they're trying to backtrack from that. They're disgraceful, mate. They're absolute frauds, man. I'm telling you, they're frauds. They're disgraceful. The way these people are, the way they try to gaslight people, it's pathetic, honestly. Dan, what's also hurt me is that the sellout player like Rashford is keeping United, a young talent like Lacey, out of the first team. Facts, Dan. Facts. Straight up facts, mate. Couldn't have said it better myself. You know, need to move on from the past. You know, stop rewriting the same old bloody story. What we hoping? That a near 30-year-old Marcus Rashford is all of a sudden going to become consistent and is all of a sudden going to change his attitude. He's not going to change his attitude. Can't change the spots on the leopard and all that. He's going to be the same as he's always been. He's going to be an absolute nightmare. He's going to ruin the morale. Look, one of the good positive things about Man United at the moment, and there's very, very few things at the moment as we are, but one of the few positive things, one Champions League, and another one is the morale in the dressing room. Right now, we have a good vibe. We have a good feeling in the dressing room. Things are looking good. People are getting on with each other. That's a good thing, right? In regards to Marcus Rashford is a bad egg. And it only takes one bad egg to ruin the whole bowl of eggs, whatever, the whole batch of eggs, whatever it is. So one bad fruit spoils the fruit bowl, doesn't it, at the end of the day? And I think that, you know, him coming back will be a monumental mistake. I think it will be. Unless Marcus Rashford can come in the team, put his head down, and work hard, you know what I mean? And I don't know if he can do that. I don't know if he's going to take beyond the bench as well. I think he'll be like, I should be playing first team football. I played for Barcelona. I should be playing in first team football. I played for Barcelona. I think he's going to have that vibe. I think he's going to have that. You know that? I really do. I hope not, but you know, it is, I can't see anything different. I mean, he's not going to change. That is what Marcus Rashford is, isn't it? You know what I mean? He's an egotistical maniac, as they say, of course, an egotistical maniac, guys. One bad apple spoils the barrel. That's the one, Jurgen Klopp. Absolutely, mate. One bad apple spoils the barrel. Absolutely, I agree with that. Yeah, it's like putting a bad apple in a fruit bowl and then a bowl of fruit, guys. And yeah, all the rest of the fruit be infected, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And right now, as we stand, I feel like the atmosphere in the Man United squad is good. And I don't want that to be ruined. Richard, don't forget, when Rashford got picked for England, he praised every club apart from United, where he grew up and got his chances to play Premier League football. So disgusting. And let's not forget, the only reason he ended up playing for Man United on that day, right, is because there was an injury to Martial and an injury to Wilson. Otherwise, he would never got his opportunity. He may never have got his opportunity. He might have went off on loan somewhere. He might have went somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because Wilson and Martial were ahead of him. He wasn't even in the pecking order, you know? Grace, our wingers are rubbish. They can't hold the width. Surprised Carrick hasn't tried Dorgu at left back. Get rid of Rashford. Proper owners would pay him off. Yeah, I agree with that, Grace. We have tried Dorgu at left back. We bought him as a left back, Grace. We played him a few times at left back. We do need another left back. It's pretty evident, isn't it, Grace? We're not strong in the left back position. We also need a right back as well. I don't think Mazza is a proper right back, although he does a job. Rashford is going to jog around on the pitch as usual. Absolutely, Thomas. Spot on. We're just waiting for it, isn't it? And we're waiting for those little video clips. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Richard, great team spirit at United. Keep Rashford away. So I agree, Rich. Spot on, bruv. Marky Mark, legend. What's going on, bruv? Rodri is going to Batha. We need to get a midfielder, left back, right back, and a striker. What is wrong with this board? Don't they know the more we win, the more money we get? Invest in the squad. I mean, it's like the number one rule, isn't it, Mark? In business, you know, you invest to reinvest. You invest to reinvest. You invest to make money. And that's what it is. Unfortunately, we haven't read the memo, Mark. You know, we haven't read the memo. It's like we don't understand that. It's like we're a little bit confused and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I'm disappointed, man. I'm just so fed up. You know, I really, really want Man United to come back. I really want Man United to lift that title. I had to endure Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal winning the league over this last 10 years. It's horrible feeling, guys, because we know that is our trophy. That's our trophy. You know, in 2002, I had the privilege of lifting that Premier League title, not by winning football matches, but they brought it to East London in Stratford, and I had a chance to hold it. And I was looking at that title, right? And I was looking at the names, and I saw, this was 2002, by the way. and I saw Man United, Man United, Man United, Man United. You know, and that is our trophy, guys. You know, that is ours. That is our trophy. That is our bread and butter. Grace, it will be Rashford SC next week when he returns. PR like a new signing, Grace. Asif, the best thing about Rashford was that he scored a debut goal in never competition he played in. That's the best thing. That's it. 15 likes on 50, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get those likes up to 50, guys. We've had luck, guys. We've had nearly 2,000 in the house today, by the way. All together, guys. Great work, guys. Great work. We are getting there. Let's get up. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those views up and stuff like that, guys. Really appreciate everyone who supports the channel. You're absolute legends, of course. The Chatterboxers, the Stretford Post legends, of course, guys. Absolutely good to see you. We're ready for the season, guys. We're warming up just like the team. We're warming up just like the team, guys. Absolutely. Rashford was signed for Arsenal. I would like that, to be honest with you. If they can give us Lewis Skelly, they can take Marcus Rashford. What do you think about that? Give us Lewis Skelly. We'll give up. You could take Marcus Rashford. I doubt they do that, though, isn't it? Nobody wants Marcus. He's on too much wages. He's on too much wages, Marcus Rashford. You know. Come on. Greg. United came into this window needing arguably 4 or 5 starter players with the only 3 weeks left in the window. Those starters have not been acquired. I agree, Greg. We need 4. If you're going to argue anything, like we basically need 4 or 5 now. We need 4 or 5 players now. This is the reality of it, isn't it? We basically need 4 or 5 players now, you know, and even now, we have 2.5 weeks to go of the window. It's mad. Asif, remember Sal, one head coach told to the other head coach, if you do not play Rashford, you are in the problem. Mbappe of United, yeah. And Dalot's coming on, by the way, guys, just to let you know, not to ruin your afternoon, but Dalot's coming on today, guys, and Lenny Yoro is coming off, I believe, is he? No, yeah, Lenny Yoro's on. Dalot is coming off, and I'm trying to work out who's coming off, guys. Yeah, look, you know, and in regards to that, Asif, PSG have reaped the rewards, haven't they, since they got rid of Mbappe, haven't they? You know, big up Shanta. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Keeping the morale is crucial. I agree. One thing I commend Amarim was his no nonsense stance on half-heartedness and selfishness. Agreed, Shanta. He doesn't get enough praise for what he did in regards to behind the scenes. What he did, you know, he came in absolute mess. And had players there talking to the media and all sorts. And, you know, he doesn't get enough praise for what he did, guys. Absolutely not. I agree 100%. We're ready for the second half, guys. Man United 1, PSG 1. Let's see what we can do in this second half, guys. Let's see if Man United can win this preseason friendly. We're underway. We're underway in this preseason friendly, guys. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate you all, of course. Absolutely. I'm not too sure, but if this does end the draw, I think it may go to penalties. I'm not sure, but it will be exciting for this whole game to go to penalties. That would be nice. You know, it'd be a nice little treat, of course. I'll be honest. They're not that bad at penalties. I'll be honest with you guys. We're not that bad at penalties. We're all right at penalties, you know, guys. We are. Oh, no, they're bringing... I know, mate. Sorry to ruin your day, guys. Roger will flop in Spain without his daddy, Michael Oliver. There you go. Yeah. Real Madrid, I don't know what Real Madrid are doing, to be fair. Real Madrid on some next level. They're going down the Jose Mourinho route, isn't it? That's what they're doing. They're going down the Jose Mourinho route, which is not always the right path to go down, if you know what I mean. It's not always the right path to go down. Absolutely not. Guys, absolutely. Yeah, big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new as well, guys. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Welcome to the family. Guys, great to have you here. Of course, it's going to be an emotional season. I can tell it already. It's going to be an emotional season, guys. I can see it already, guys. Absolutely. Can see it already being an emotional season. I hope not. I hope Man United surprise us all, you know. But look, you have to look at the reality of what things are at the moment, don't you? At the end of the day, Let me just set up this penalty shootout thing. I've got this penalty shootout thing up, and I'm just setting it up for you guys, just in case we do go to penalties, of course, which I don't even know officially if it's going to happen, but you never know. It might do. Heaton is on. Is that Heaton or is that Safonov? Heaton is on the floor. How the hell? How in the living hell is Heaton on the floor, injured? What the hell has that guy been doing? Has he been eating kebabs all week? What the hell is going on? Guys, Heaton is on the floor. At least we're going to see the young lad. Me, not me. I wish it was me, but it's not me, but it's me. The goalkeeper for Manchester United. How the hell we got cramp? They're falling like bloody, oh my. You can't make this up, guys. You can't make this stuff. But I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but you can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't make it up, guys. Heaton is injured. As crazy as it sounds, as crazy as it is, he is injured. Let me just find this 1 second. I'm just trying to find. There we go. Yeah, he is injured. Unbelievable. So, guys. Asif, I wonder what this board is thinking when the transfers buys are must. They delay watching every possible good player. Market is drying up. How can they be so unambitious? I know, Asif. I know. I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain, brother. I feel exactly the same thing. And not only that, average players are going to start getting more expensive the closer to the window ends. So, well, Gregory. Kicking the can down the road until the next summer only makes the situation more desperate. Exactly. Spend a few $100 million this summer wisely and have some of the situation settled for the half decade. Agreed. Exactly like Lewis Hall, isn't it? You sign Lewis Hall now, you got him for half a decade. At least. Do you know what I mean? Dylan, if we can beat PSG today, we can win the Champions League. Quick maths, Dylan. We beat PSG, let's not forget, many times, and we haven't won the Champions League. They've won it 2 times since. Asif, time to bring on Darlow. He's not on. He's not in the squad, I don't think. He's not in the squad, mate. Me is playing in goal. Yeah, me. A paper-thin team doesn't last football, exactly. The buzzword calm down profile, we do need to overspend. I do not know how their brain work. I mean, I'm curious as to where all those people were telling us to calm down, telling us we're overreacting. I'm curious to where those people have gone, where they've disappeared to, because they have disappeared. I don't know where they are, to be honest, you guys. And yeah, we all know the buzzword calm down. Yeah, it was the calm down, the buzzword. That's what it is. Hamstring injury, not a good one, Richard. He'd be out for a while. When that age, my goodness me. I mean, Mandem, Thomas, what's going on? Panic buys on the cards. I mean, another Fellaini coming in for a lot of money, isn't it, Asif? Dan, I hope Ineos is watching closely as these fragile side of the Man United team get injured. Mate, we are literally on the 3rd game of pre-season, man. No, is it 4th game? Wrexham, Rosenborg. Yeah, 4th game of the season. 4th game of the preseason, and it's not even competitive, and players are dropping like flies. Can you believe that? Players are dropping like flies, guys. What can we say? What can we say that hasn't already been said, guys? You know what I mean? What hasn't already been said, it's been said already. Do you know what I mean? Dan, read that one, sorry. Thomas, when that age kicks in, lets you know you're not 20 anymore. Heaton just found out. Yeah. Well, Heaton doesn't run enough. I can tell that by looking at him. He doesn't do enough cardio. You can see that straight away, that he doesn't do enough cardio. Doesn't stretch. Miles, my God, Sal would give anything to play for Man United. Some of these players do not know how lucky they're living their dream. You're a good person, Sal. So are you, Miles. So are you a good person. Good to see you, man. Lovely comment. You're a really nice person. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Should retire. I agree. Heaton should retire. I agree, Greg. Watch United pay 90 million now for Scott, Sal, Richard, when we could have got him for 70 a few weeks ago. Actually, remember, Sal, footballing journalist was like, United will be the busiest club in the window. That was Ornstein, wasn't it? But look, can you blame them? I mean, they put two and together and they thought, yeah, definitely. Like, United are going to have to be busy. The amount of work that they got to do, Man United in the Champions League. I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Man United should have invested a lot more. And I mean, I think even the journalists are shocked. Jamie Jackson, who I've had on the show a few times, guys, spoke about this. And he said to me that he can't believe and that Man United are not as busy, are slacking, are literally, being sleeping really in this transfer window. He can't believe it. He goes, yeah, the last year they had an excuse, and he's not a Man United fan. And he's telling me, I can't believe the way how laid back they are, how pedestrian they are, unless they got some transfers lined up that we don't know about, which is very, very unlikely. He couldn't believe that Man United was sleeping like this. I as well. Is me Asian? No, I am you, you are me. I am you, you are me. I'm you, you are me. I don't know if he's Asian, mate. Everyone said Rush Hour. They know what I'm talking about. Funny. One of the funniest scenes ever. One of the funny. I am you, and you are me. That was so funny. Chris Rock, so funny. Guys, remember, let's get to 50 likes for this watch along, guys. Let's smash a like. We're gearing up, obviously, to the first game of the season against Hull City. Dan, we needed a midfielder before Munt's injury. So what do we need now? Midfielder and a left back and a right back and a backup striker. You name it. There you go. That's the bare minimum. And we ain't even talked about centre backs yet. We ain't even got into the conversation about centre backs yet. Do you know what I mean? It's just pathetic, isn't it? It's just a shit show. Honestly, I never envisioned it would be this bad. I'm sorry. I thought it'd be bad. I didn't trust them. Never envisioned this bad. Here's Embremo. Go on, Embremo, shoot. Oh, good save for the keeper. It was nearly 2-1 to United. It was a good save. United almost taking the lead. United are back on his head. Luke Shaw loses the ball. Dorgu, get it. Pass it back. Dorgu. Pass it, Dorgu. My goodness me. Greg, 40-year-old footballers need to be in the best possible condition. And at a glance at Heaton, he's all it takes to know he needs to retire. He's not in a good condition, mate. I know, obviously, I work in nutrition. I work in, I've done marathons myself. I still run 5K a day. I'm in my 40s, and I know that he's not in peak condition. And I know how hard you have to work to get into that peak condition. And I don't think he's working hard enough to be it. He's obviously thinking that, you know what, he's a goalkeeper. He doesn't need to worry because he's a goalkeeper and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously on that level. Do you know what I mean? And he's being complacent. Glinios can make spin anyone on the face of the planet Earth. Journalists are just new addition. Welcome to Glinios spinning world. Absolutely. Dorgu's a left back. Yes, we purchased Dorgu as a left back. However, Man United are going to move him up to left midfield, and we're looking for another left back to cover that. I don't mind that, but the fact that we purchased Dorgu for left back is a little bit concerning. That the fact that we did purchase him for left back, but we're not using him there. Just to fill in gaps. United need to sign Orlando Gill from the World Cup's out. Orlando Gill, yeah. We've been linked to him, to be honest, Richard. We have been linked to Orlando Gill quite intensively, but it's going to cost money. And the thing is, we should have kept VTech. I said it. We should have kept VTech in there. VTech should have been the one. We should have tried to keep VTech, and we sold him. It's ridiculous. And, we sold him for nothing as well. Bristol City player of the season, the goalkeeper, and that's difficult to do, that's difficult to become player of the season as a goalkeeper, especially in the championship. You got to have something about you. You know what I mean? Free kick to United. Tillmans is warming up for United. Tillmans is looking for his debut. He will get his debut today, I think. 100% he'll get his debut today. Looking forward to seeing Tillmans. Dallo with the throw, doing his business. Dallo wastes a lot of time on throws, I'm telling you now. Let's just slap down 70 for Hall and 80 for Scott and move on. That would be lovely niche, but they won't even accept that amount of money. Newcastle looking for 80 plus now. They were looking for 70 before. It was even 60 before that. But the problem is that now they've sold Tonali, Gomeras, Gordon, you know, they're gonna want a lot of money because, you know, the new managers come in, and the new manager's going to look at things and think, do you know what? I can't start selling any more good players because you're throwing me in with the Lions. You know, and that's what it is. Shame it wasn't Dallo injured. You know, at this moment in time, Rich, let me say something, right? At this very moment in time, we need as many players as we can possibly get because we haven't got any. You know, and I would be playing Mazraoui as a right back. You know, I'll be playing Mazraoui. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. Dorgo on the floor. Hopefully he's not injured. For goodness sake. Hopefully Dorgu's not injured. I'm looking at Dorgu. Dorgu's on the floor. I don't know what's going on. We don't need that. When Eaton was asked if he's up for PSG, he thought it was pie, sausage, and gravy. Oh, God. You got to laugh, innit? Dorgu again, niche. We can't have Dorgu injured. Otherwise, we need a left back and a left winger. You know what? You know, we can't have it. He's all right. He's all right. Yeah, we got to substitute him. We got to rest these players, man. We're you know, he should, you know, JJ Gabriel should come on or play Shea Lacey on that left. You know, be back. Yeah, if Dorgu got injured, then we're going to look for a new winger as well. We'll have to buy another winger. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You can imagine us looking for a winger, lastminute.com and all that, isn't it? Imagine that. Absolute madness. Asif, by the way, few new football rules. Looks like the good ones like throws, free kick. Yeah. No wasting time now, Asif. I'm not sure whether the new offside rule comes into play as well. I think that new offside rule is going to come into play as well, which is an interesting one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. No wasting time. I think it's going to harm Arsenal, isn't it? I think it's going to harm Arsenal more than anyone else. I think Arsenal will be harmed more than anyone. With their dead ball, with their dead football that they were playing last season. We all know what Arsenal were playing last season. Proper haram ball, man. It was awful. You know, proper haram ball. I saw a book, yeah. Look, you know, I saw a book today, and it reminded me of Man United. You know, it reminded me of Man United. It was so funny. I should put it short. Oh, just wide from PSG. Nearly 2-1. Nearly 2-1 there. Let's see if I can upload this. Yeah, I'll upload it next channel, actually. VAR for corners. Arsenal is done this time if the rules are for sale. Yeah, they won the league through VAR. It's pretty evident. You know, they won the league because of VAR. Now the changes are being made for PSG. It looks like Nuno Gomez, João Neves, Vitinha is coming on, guys. So Marquinhos, Nuno Gomez, João Neves, and Vitinha are coming on. Pacho's coming off. They're bringing on the big guns, PSG. There we go. Yeah, Marquinhos as well is the captain. So that is who's coming on for PSG. PSG are serious. They are going for the game now. Half an hour to go, guys. Less than half an hour to go. Still 1-1 between Man United. Now we're going to be playing against some proper quality opposition now. Tyler Fletcher is going to have his work cut out. Jack Fletcher or Tyler Fletcher, same team. Going to have his work cut out, of course, guys. João Neves, Vitinha, Nuno Gomez. Nuno Mendes. You remember Nuno Gomez, though? Nuno Mendes, not Nuno Gomez. We're going back, way back into time. That was 2000. Nuno Gomez was a striker who played for Benfica and Portugal. if you remember, many years ago. Caused England a lot of pain in 2000. But Nuno Mendes is on the pitch, best right back in the world, some may say. Kind of right back that Man United need, of course. Kind of right back that Man United need. But Vitinha, João Neves is on too, guys. We're completely screwed now. We won't touch the ball. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go, guys. See, it's what it's all about, guys. We're going to play this football next season. We've got the Champions League. We're going to have to, you want to be the best. You've got to play the best. Let's see where we are. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And this is going to be like, gear 1 as well. This won't even be the gear 2, gear 3, gear 4 for PSG. Absolutely. But here come PSG. Marquinhos. Mendes. Vitinha. Yeah, they're already going to start controlling the tempo and stuff of the game now. You can tell already that get Tillman's on niche. I agree. They're already going to start controlling the tempo of the game. This is why I said get JJ Gabriel for this game, because he's going to be able to cause them a lot of problems on the break. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, Carrick felt different. A man called Carl Johnson once said, "Here we go again." White Snake, here we go again. I don't know where I come from, but I know where I've been. Hanging on to promises of songs of yesterday. I've made up my mind. Bruno, Tillmans, Xerxes, Fletcher, Timo, and Harry Mas is coming on, guys. Is there any news about Francisco Conceição? I like him. He scored today against Inter Milan, by the way, Francisco Conceição. But Francisco Conceição, no news at the moment. But Michael Carrick is a big fan. We've made the changes. We had to make the changes because we can't, we had to make the changes. Definitely, because they brought in their first team. So we have to bring our first team players on, some of them. Tillmans is on. Well, welcome to Man United, Tillmans. Welcome to Man United. The first ever time he's walking on the pitch for Manchester United is Tillmans. The first ever appearance in any kind of game. Guys, welcome to Man United, Tillmans. Welcome. Great to have him. Guys, this is his destiny. Harry Mas as well. Good to see Harry Mas as a left back. I didn't like the talk about a 6 million move away. Need a banger, absolutely. Joshua Xerxes banger. Yes, Dylan, that would be great. Yeah, we needed that because obviously we wouldn't be able to get the ball otherwise. With this PSG, they've gone and bought in all their big players like absolute clowns. And now we're going to have to work hard. Greg, I have to wish the young man well. You have to wish everyone well. As soon as he wears that red jersey, mate, he's one of us. He's one of us. He's me and you. He wants the best for Man United, and that's all that matters for me. It has anything that happens behind the scenes has nothing to do with him. And what I would say is that I wish everyone who plays for Man United the best of luck. Because at the end of the day, he's chosen to play for us, this great football club, and I wish him well. Yeah, hopefully I'm not lagging too much, guys. Hopefully, I know it was lagging a little bit, but hopefully I'm not lagging too much. Thank you, everyone who's staying patient. Sometimes it does lag, unfortunately. It's just the way life is sometimes. Guys, big up everyone. I haven't got that Mark Goldbridge Wi-Fi yet. One day I'll get that Mark Goldbridge Wi-Fi. I'll get that Mark Goldbridge Wi-Fi, so I'll never lag again. Never seen him lag in my life. Yeah, so guys, 1-1 between Man United and PSG. I'm not sure whether this game goes to penalties, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get a penalty shootout. Well held by me, guys. Haven't seen much of Kvaratskhelia in this game. To be honest with you, Kvaratskhelia is obviously the best left winger in the world, in my opinion, especially his performances over the last 2 years have suggested so that he's the best left winger in the world. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Haven't seen much of him, to be honest with you. Hell nah. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. 66 minutes gone. We've got 24 minutes to go of this game. 1-1. Can Manchester United find a winner? Wouldn't that be lovely? If Man United find a winner, it'd be nice. Has been a decent performance. Obviously, now we're going to start seeing more reality-driven performance in regards to the players that are on the pitch and stuff like that, of course. We got more first teamers on the pitch now. So I'm looking forward to seeing this unravel before our very eyes. Yeah, just a shame we didn't see JJ. We only saw JJ Gabriel for 5 minutes, isn't it? It's just a shame, isn't it? And I felt that Michael Carrick was a little bit too careful. I felt he's a little bit too careful, in my opinion, and I thought he could have played him. Good play for Man United. Good play there. Good tackle on Kvaratskhelia. Well defended by Diego Dallo. Dallo. Well defended. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate everyone. We're getting ready for that long old season, guys. It's gonna be emotional, but we're getting ready for it, guys. We're gonna get ready for this long old season, ain't we? Dare it. Yeah. Nice big win against Hull City would be nice. First game of the season, win against Hull City. Nice 5-0 win. Wouldn't that be lovely? A nice 5-0 win against Hull City would be nice. JJ Gabriel hopefully play against Leeds. I don't know, Rich. He might not, He might. Carrick might go down to more of the squad that he feels is going to be. I was hoping that we're going to see JJ Gabriel next season in the league. But no, Man United are too careful. Too careful. You know that JJ Gabriel can leave if he wants, if he feels like, he's not going to get enough opportunities, a team could come out of nowhere and they could say, you know what, we're going to give you opportunity. You got to try and entice these players a little bit. Definitely. The Leeds United game, obviously, that's only like a week before the start of the season. So I'm not sure whether he will play in that, because Carrick might be looking at playing more closer to the first team than anything else. It's a free kick to PSG on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Well held. Yeah, he's not in the travelling squad, JJ. I know. That's what I'm saying. Why is he not? Why? It's like it's wrong. It's wrong because the players we got are too similar. JJ Gabriel would have added something completely different. Definitely. Here comes Tillmans. Bruno with the ball now. Aiden Heaven. Greg, mine too. Yeah, because like we took Aiden Heaven from Arsenal. Any team can come up, pay a compensation fee, and sign JJ Gabriel because he's on a youth contract. Now, what Man United should be doing is saying, like, we want to play you. We're going to involve you next season. You're going to be our up-and-coming superstar for next season, like Dalman is for Arsenal, by the way. And we want to play you. And we're going to give you your fair share of games. But playing them for 5 minutes in four friendlies is really, really disgraceful. Fletcher brother giving the ball away every time they touch the ball. They're not good enough, JD. And this is what I'm talking about. Jim Thwaites and JJ Gabriel should be in the squad. They're better, even at their age. The Fletcher brothers are only in the squad because of their dads. Here comes United. Speaking of the Fletcher, he's got a chance to shoot. Oh, my goodness me. We're too slow there. We had basically had an open goal there, guys. It's like we couldn't believe it. It's like we couldn't believe we got an open goal. We were too slow, though, actually. We were too slow. Xerxes down, by the way, holding his shoulder. Xerxes down now. We're going to have to play JJ Gabriel at this rate. It was Fletcher, yeah, not Lacey, yeah. Lacey's off now, isn't he? We're gonna have to play JJ Gabriel at this rate, guys. The amount of injuries we're getting. Big up everyone in the stream. Let me just check something. Just gonna check something real quickly. Yeah, the Dutch League has started today, by the way, just to let you guys know. If you're interested. The Dutch League has started already. Man United. Country and yeah, I think Jay is still on the pitch. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Ineos' worst nightmares today, Sal, with the injuries. It's, you know, their karma's hitting them hard, isn't it? Karma's hitting them hard. Proper hard, you know. Big up everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram page, Stretford Post, as well, guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my ever-growing Facebook fan page, Stretford Post, as well. That's growing up. We've had 7,000 subscribers in literally 2 weeks. We're growing very big on there. We are. We're growing. But big up everyone who supports the channel. Here come PSG. PSG, a little bit of space for Nuno Mendes. No, cleared away for Man United. Well played. Free kick to United. Free kick to United. Good long ball there. Xerxes in a bit of space. Xerxes cut in. Cross it. Too slow. This is the thing with Xerxes, though. He can be a little bit slow. Thomas, did you ever meet Michael Jackson whilst working in the music industry? No, but I worked at Motown in Detroit, where Michael Jackson recorded a lot of his songs, and obviously Diana Ross and the Commodores and all this and stuff. If you know about Motown, I've been down Motown, worked in Motown. I've worked with people who've worked with him, but I've never worked with him. Did you know factually Michael Jackson had a deep voice? Did you know that? Sadly, didn't work with him. I was too young, mate, to work with him. But I worked with people who worked with him, including people close to the Jackson family. Counter-attack football mode, Sal. Yep, PSG just took 5 changes and United back on the counter-attack. Shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Xerxes isn't going to work under Carrick. I don't know. I just think he's a little bit slow, in my opinion. Just a little bit, dare I say, pedestrian. Pedestrian, in my opinion, a little bit. Not being rude, but I think he's just a little bit pedestrian. Maguire, almost a screamer. Yeah, as if almost. Still some seats available in Gothenburg. A little bit disappointed by that. You know, it just goes to show you the interest around Man United. But it's PSG as well, to be honest with you. I'm surprised there are empty seats in the stadium. I thought especially those seats there, I thought they'd be full up to the rafters. You know, maybe the interest is dying out. Maybe, I don't know. But they're a little bit disappointed again that there are lots of empty seats and stuff like that, sadly. But it is what it is. Is what it is, guys. 15 minutes to go, 14 minutes to go, guys. 1-1 between Manchester United and PSG. Let me just see something. PSG are making a change in goal. Safanov is coming on. Yeah, he got a little bit injured there. Yeah, the majority are United fans. I see we got a massive United fan base in Scandinavia. Huge. The goalkeeper's coming on. New goalkeeper, young goalkeeper coming on for PSG. Good moment for him, of course. Good moment. Wishing him luck. Not too much luck, of course. Richard, too much football this summer, Sal, and FIFA have destroyed the game through greed. UEFA need to take charge. They need to take the baton from FIFA. FIFA need to just go away. What I saw in the World Cup was disgraceful. What I saw, the favoritism, the decisions, and the contradictions and stuff like that were absolutely unbelievable. I never thought I'd see something so obvious. Yeah, sad, but FIFA always find a way to destroy the game. Bobby, they do. They're not football. They don't believe in. They're not football people. They're money people. They just want to make money from the game, and they're mafia. They're mafia. That's what they are. I think European football should cut away from them. Yeah, let's see how far they get without Europe. Let's see how far FIFA get without Europe. You can have Argentina against you can do what you like. Have Argentina against Panama every week. Go on then. I'm sure you'll enjoy that because that's what you want. You want them to win the World Cup every year anyway. So, go for it. Definitely. 13 minutes ago, guys, Manchester United won, PSG won. Relatively comfortable. I would say that Man United are sitting back in his first half rather than really going for the game. We had a couple of chances, to be fair, but we're not really in control of the game. PSG look in relative control of the game here. They are popping the ball around. It's what they do. It's what PSG do. Is they do pop the ball around. Man United need to find a way to get that ball and start popping the ball around ourselves. Of course. Did you meet artists or producers that you wanted to? Did you meet any? Yeah, I met loads, mate. I met loads. I met everyone from Shady Records, Eminem, D12. I met G Unit, 50 Cent. I met the Outlaws. I've met Tupac's Outlaws. I've met so many good, great singers and stuff like that. I met people related to Nelson Mandela as well, who wanted to get into the music industry. I've worked with some great people. Loads of UK artists, loads, including Ed Sheeran. I've met people like that. And before they even got famous as well. Every year, Benny, it's getting more and more expensive and stop real football fans from getting to games. And this is what's going to happen. This is what people don't understand. The Glazers and Ineos, they're in this as well, They're in this whole make football more expensive sort of scheme that they're doing. Eventually, they're going to take season tickets away from the normal folk. The people that have had season tickets for years, for decades. Their aim is to take season tickets away. Their aim is to make football more of a privilege, more of a luxury sort of thing that is very expensive. This is what they're doing, Have you worked with Pete Doherty? No. I worked with Amy Winehouse. I worked with Ed Sheeran. I've worked with Wretch 32. I worked with Big Nasty. I worked with the Outlaws, G Unit. You name it. Kyla, who worked with Drake. I worked with Ed Sheeran. Yeah, of course. His family went to my wedding, actually. Loads. Here come United, though. And cleared away. Amy Winehouse used to drop off Dion Bromfield, which is our goddaughter. So I knew her goddaughter. Also, there's a cupboard as well. There's loads of artists I've worked with. D12, Eminem. In America, I've done that. I've done Shade Shice, Timberland. TQ, if you know him from West Side, I've done it. Just check me out on Reds, REDZZ. It's on YouTube. Check out. I filmed all the videos. That's my brother who does the rapping, and I filmed all the videos, and I managed my brother as well, and I produced a lot of the songs as well. So a lot of them are on there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah, music industry is very, very thing. Ticket to today's game out €200. That's why too much for a friend. That's why it's empty. Fair play to Man United for filling up majority of that stadium. €200. Come on. Same as the game on Wednesday in Dublin versus Leeds. I refuse to pay €300 for 2 tickets. That's too much, man. That's a joke. Sorry, that's a joke, man. That's a joke. That's a friendly, mate. Oh, my goodness me. That's why they haven't sold out. I thought the tickets were going to be €50 or something, €40. Crazy, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. 9 minutes to go, guys. Still 1-1. PSG, the European champions twice in a row, and Manchester United are neck and neck at the moment, guys. 1-1 as we sit here today. Guys, here comes United, though. Chance just wide of the pit post from Joshua. I think it was it was Bruno Fernandes. Finally getting into the game. If you spent 200 euros, you're a mug, Valentine. I think so. I think that's ridiculous pricing. My God. And I guarantee you, Ineos and the Glazers have something to do with that as well. I guarantee you they had something to do with that as well. I bet you. They had something to do with that pricing. I think 100% they had something to do with that pricing. You know. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Big up YouTube. Big up the community. Everyone who supports the channel. Thank you so much. The legends, of course. Everyone supporting Stretford Post as well, guys. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, big up you lot. You absolute diamonds. You legends. Can't wait to spend the season with you guys, and we're gonna have an emotional season. Roller coaster ride. It's gonna be, isn't it? It's gonna be one head of a roller coaster ride. 8 minutes ago. They forgot inflation hits different when you have a regular job. Mate, listen, Thomas, I would not spend 200 euros. You know when I had my season ticket, Thomas, right? You know when it was Champions League, you have to, part of the stipulation, right, was that you have to buy Champions League tickets. So the Champions League tickets will be bought for 67, come straight out of your account. So basically, if you're in the Champions League, Man United playing AC Milan, for example, on Wednesday, you know, the money were taken at your account automatically. Now, sometimes I couldn't make it to games. I couldn't make it to Milan. I wasn't rich. I couldn't, you know, because even the prices of the tickets would go up, of the trains and the planes and things like that to get to games. So sometimes I couldn't afford it. So what I used to do, there used to be a company called Viagogo, and I used to sell it on Viagogo. The minimum, the maximum I would get, was around 150 euro for the ticket. And that is like a semi-final against AC Milan at the San Siro. Right? 150 euro for the ticket. How can they charge that amount of money for a bloody friendly? It's daylight robbery, man. It is. It is daylight robbery. It's the most I've ever paid. Sal, was it Amy was interested? It's already been 15 years since she died. She was interesting, yes. She was interesting. She was smart. She had a lot of problems. She hanged around with the wrong people. That's the problem, you know, and that's what happens, isn't it? You know, and stuff like that, you know. And in the music industry, there's a lot of access to you know what, and obviously it becomes dangerous, especially if you're not made for that sort of thing, of course. Anyway, here come United. United looking to win this game. We've got 5 minutes to go, guys. Guys, can someone ask, can someone find out if this is going to penalties? I'm not even, you know, I haven't even looked, you know, if this is going to penalties. I know that some of the games are going to penalties. You know, I know that some of the games are going to penalties. The friendly games, I know. I think it's better like that. It adds a little bit of excitement to it. It gives us a little, gives both teams a little bit of practice as well, doesn't it, in regards to penalties and things like that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. 5 minutes to go. Bobby, that's one reason I stopped going to games, because of the ticket prices. The ticket prices are, can I tell you how much season tickets used to be for Man United? £300. £300, a whole season ticket for Man United. Front row, Stretford End. That's how much I paid for my season ticket. Now, God knows how much it is. You know, but eventually, what they're going to do, they're going to get rid of season tickets. Eventually, that's what I think. I think eventually they're going to get rid of season tickets. You know, 27 yards is so sad. Yeah. It's a music industry. That's why I'm not in it anymore, Greg. I didn't want to do the music industry. It's not just about that. It's about the politics and the forever arguing and debating and fighting, and you have to deal with I was a music manager, so I dealt with a lot of artists and things. But you have to deal with DJs, you have to deal with executives, you have to deal with video directors, you have to deal with TV channels, you have to deal with radio stations. Everything is crazy. Benny, my first game at Old Trafford in '85, my dad paid £2.50 for me. I think he paid £5, against Olsen versus Hughes and Olsen versus QPR. Great experience, though. I mean, you know that experience. Oh, it's a guard. Oh, we missed it. I can't believe we should be scoring there. What's going on? Oh, come on, United. You should be winning that. What's going on, Maguire, man? Come on. Unlucky. Thanks, Asif. I'm surprised. I thought it might have been a penalty shootout. That would have been nice. Yeah, look, Benny, one thing I will say about it, Benny, one thing I'll say to you is that, that memory that you have right there in regards to Olsen and Mark Hughes, in regards to that memory you have right there, right? I bet nobody can change that for the world for you. That is priceless. That sort of memory there is priceless. I went to the 1990 FA Cup final between Crystal Palace and United, and nobody would change that memory. What a time. Squeezed into Wembley Stadium. It was unbelievable, and nobody would change it for the world. It's priceless. Football's not the same these days, in a way. Here's Ahmad, Bruno gets the cross in, cleared away. Dylan, I believe it will end as a tie, no pens, because it's a regular friendly, not a big game like Snapdragon Final. Snapdragon Final, you'll never sing that. Nobody's going to sing that. We got the Snapdragon Trophy, mate. You'll never sing that. The last time I went to Bobby, the ticket was £50 in the North Stand, right in the top. Win with the pigeons, was you, Bobby? That's what they say. I'll never forget, I went to Real Madrid against Man United, right? And my ticket is on the Stretford end. So I had my season ticket on the Stretford end. But in the Champions League, they used to cancel the first 4 rows of the stadium at the front, whether it is just wide for Man United. And they would move me, because I was front row in the Stretford end. They would move me somewhere in the stadium. They put me at Real Madrid against Man United, 2000, right? We lost the game 3-2. You remember we went 3-0 down. Roy Keane scored an own goal. I was at the top where you saying, right at the top of the North Stand. It's like a Sabutio pitch. And guys, there's no lift. You have to get up the steps. And it's all the way to the top. And you look down, and it's like a Sabutio pitch. And I told Man United at that time, I said, don't you ever put me in that. The good thing as well, because the game we lost, we were poor. We ended up losing this. We were champions of Europe then, and we ended up losing the game. But yeah, it's a very high one, that one. But there's always tickets available for the North Stand. Definitely. But now, even the North Stand, Bobby, they're trying to charge VIP prices for the North Stand. You know that? They're trying to charge those VIP passes you need binoculars for some of those seats. Do you know what I mean? Unreal, man. Unreal. Those concrete steps, yeah. Those tight little concrete steps, but up. I know it. I've been all around Old Trafford. I've been in every side. I've been up the quadrant as well, Bobby. You know the northeast new quadrants. I've been up there. Because my season ticket, they kept cancelling the first few rows. So I told Man United in the end. Luckily, at one time they sat me next to on the south stand right at the front, and I was sat right next to Ancelotti for AC Milan in the Champions League. One of them ones. I've been to some great games. The Snapdragon Cup's just like the Invincible Trophy. The Emirates Cup, isn't it? Here comes Amas, go on, United. Poor. Got to keep your head up, Amas. Put your head up, mate, and get that ball into the box. Get your head up. Yeah, it was a poor cross in the end. Or maybe just cut it back and pass back the ball. Maybe do that. Unlucky. How many minutes are going to be added on in this game? No one's sending anything. It's a secret. You too, Bobby. I think each one of us have a story to tell about Man United. I think that's the great thing about Man United, Bobby, is that every single one of us has been supporting the club for a very long time. You've been supporting the club longer than me, and every single one of us have a great story to tell, and we had great times in the 90s, and this is why we're so passionate. This is why we're so demanding, because we know what we are. We know where we came from. We know how hard it was to get to the level that we got to. And now we're just willing to throw it away just for, for nothing. Like, we're just so accepting of this mediocrity. We're so accepting of it, and it's sad in many ways, and the experiences I had going on a coach, not a plane to Barcelona in the Champions League final, and sleeping on the beach because there was no hotels. Those memories that they'll never be taken away, honestly. Alex, did you see the article about the 6-year-old kid who got his season ticket revoked because too many adults were using his account? Now, I know about the tickets touts. I know all about them. When you come out of Manchester Piccadilly, you go in a tram. When you get off the tram, you are surrounded by tickets. I know it. Like, they're everywhere. But that's not everyone. So they don't punish everyone for a few. You know what I mean? You don't punish everyone for a few people. Shot, great shot, wide from PSG. Bobby, I'm the same age as you, Sal. My first ticket was 95 and an all-stand 44. You saw good times, Bobby. You saw good times. You saw good times, and that's what I'm saying. And you know what I said. You know what I say to some people, Bobby. I'll tell them. I said, I've seen it, done it. I've seen it. I've clocked it. I've done it. I've seen everything there is to see. I've seen the best players in the world watching Man United in the 80s and the 90s and the turn of this century. I've seen it all. I've seen the best team in the world a few times. Football has never been as good, at the end of the day. Uh, 93 minutes gone, guys. I don't know how many added minutes there is on the game because nobody's told me so far how many added minutes of the game there is. Yet there is nothing on. Obviously, they must have saved some money on that little bit of graphic. Probably, most likely, they might have saved some money on that little bit of a graphic, guys. Absolutely. It's been a decent performance. However, PSG have dominated the game since they made their changes. PSV have been in good control, though Man United have created a few chances. I felt the team has played relatively well. Full time, guys. Man United 1, PSG 1. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Bobby, can you hear me? Tom said sound is gone. No, it's on me. It's on. It's on. Thank you, Jurgen. Thank you, guys. Guys. Big up, Fredo. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Dylan. We can hear you. Thank you, Dylan. Big up, Fredo. Gregory, Sal, what are your thoughts about the full changes in EPL in the effect of day one of the new season, a grace period? Thank you, Bobby. I've heard about it, but we're going to have to wait and see, isn't it? It's going to benefit some people. It's going to benefit other people. Thank you so much, Asif. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Big up, everyone. Big up everyone in the stream. Ahmed is taking an interview, of course. I've got to go. Catch you later, Bobby. Take it easy. Have a great night, Ephraim, as well. Take it easy, guys. The difference between me and other season ticket holders is that I go into I go to Old Trafford and I'm known by players and I'm known by people. I'm not just known by odd fans here and there. And I know loads of fans that go there. I haven't been there for a while because I live in the Middle East now. Although I will be. I gave up my season ticket about 4 years ago. About 6 years ago now. Sorry, tell a lie. Because of I'm not going to put any more money in the Glazers' pockets. I'm sorry. And anyway, people are going to be losing their season tickets anyway, but at this rate, and people are still backing people, you know what I mean? And backing the Glazers and Ineos is pathetic. Good one, Sal. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Richard, see you on Wednesday for the Leeds game. Big up. I hope to see you all for Wednesday's game, guys. Big season to come, guys. Man United 1. Man United won. Let me just stop the clock. Man United won. PSG won, guys, in the end. Decent performance from the lads. Decent performance. Wasn't that bad in the end. Second half was a little bit more difficult than that, guys. Guys, absolutely. Go on my page, Mark. I'll send you an image of my season ticket if you want on my Twitter page. Yeah, so there you go. Asif. Well, no complaints in this game. It was a neck and neck, but that's the only thing you do, Mark. Other than that, you haven't really achieved much in life, have you? Apart from going to Man United games, sucking the Glazers' dicks, have you? Anyway, no complaints there. This game, it was neck to neck game, but it makes Glinios more confident. Next turn, every positive performance will go against the spending. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, transfers, guys. Big up everyone. Absolutely. Hopefully, transfers business next week. Mark, you want to go to my music? Go to my music. It's on YouTube, REDZZ. Go and have a look. Millions of views online. Made. That's why I'm sitting in Abu Dhabi, retired, and you're sitting there in your rented council house, living there because of my tax. Have a good one, Mark. Enjoy yourself, but you're a loser, mate. Banned and gone. Never see you again, mate. Sorry. And there you go. That's what happens. You get some haters in here because they're jealous and bitter at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean, guys? Jealous and bitter and pathetic. That's what they are, guys. Banned and gone. But great performance from Man United. Glinios are mental. That is probably a Glinios bot. That's another Glinios bot. That's what they do. Big up everyone in the stream. Thank you, everyone. Apart from one person in the whole stream, we've had a great show. It's been a good one, guys. Absolutely love it. Really appreciate it. And guys, I will be here all season doing more watch-alongs. I will be here all season, guys. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be mental. It's going to be emotional. But there are a lot of problems, and you can see from when PSG made those substitutions that the game sort of swerved, didn't it? I am Bobby. I'm ignoring them. Thank you so much, mate. He's gone now. He's blocked. Yeah. So at the end of the day, love you too, Bobby. Love you too, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, people are just going to come in there. They're always going to talk their trash. I don't even know who they are, where they come from. To be honest with you, they just appear out of nowhere. I'm nice to people. I'm never horrible to people. So they come on there and they're like, you know what I mean? Asif, great show as always, Sal. Keep up the great work. Always feeling fresh here. Here in frustration at times. Thanks, Sal. Love you always. Love you too, brother. Thank you so much, Asif. Yeah, we're frustrated, mate. What do you expect? What do you expect? You know what I mean? We want success in it. We know what the problem is, and it's just not being fixed, isn't it? Lacey looks class. I agree, David. Absolutely. I can't wait. I'm very excited about him. Next season, hopefully, get some games. And the big dog. Our defenses are worried. Too slow, in my opinion. We catch a high line. Absolutely. Do trolls have hobbies other than annoying people? No. All they have is I've done this, I've done that, but they've done nothing because I ain't seen them at Old Trafford either. So I could ask that argument. Thomas. I see people, other channels say that United played like prime Barcelona. Oh, my goodness me, Thomas. Let's not get carried away. Big up, Cam. Jack, the lesser of the Fletcher bros. Carrick too much into the Fletchers. I agree. Ignore the idiot, Sal. Thank you, FM. I will, mate. I will. I should do, really. I shouldn't even respond to them, to be honest. Lacey is going to be the business. The thing is, I treat everyone as a human being. That's me, isn't it? I treat everyone like a human being, and I don't ignore people. I respect people. But if they come on here, I give as good as I get. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if they want to know evidence about me and stuff like that, it's all there. It's all online. Go on there. You know what I mean? Go and have a look. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm hiding anything. No, it's not online anymore. It's still there on YouTube. Go and have a look. Whatever I've done in my life, it's there. Go on my Facebook. You see everything there. It's all there. I'm related to an OBE, mate. You know what I mean? So these people don't know nothing. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But guys, you're legends. Thank you so much. Take it easy. See you on Wednesday. Grace, we need a left back, another midfielder, and another attacker. We need a lot more, Grace. A right back as well, I think. Backup striker. Yeah, as well. Guys, thank you so much. You're legends. I'll see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, whoever's here. And guys, take it easy. Have a good one. Big up Roshan. What's Roshan saying? Amrit Laporte, Diouf, Lautaro Martinez, and Chouamini or Alex Scott would do. I love that, Roshan. I love that. If we managed to do that, that would be incredible, wouldn't it, guys? That would be absolutely incredible. If we managed to do that, I would praise them then, definitely. Thank you, guys. Legends, guys. Yes, Benny, we have. Yes, Benny, you have, definitely. And this community have this great community that are so knowledgeable, of course. We always been talking about a lot of players, and no surprise there. I mean, people saying he hasn't had a good game. I don't think they're watching the right game. Big up, Thomas. Big up, Sal. Looking forward to your watch along this season. I can't wait to see you guys there, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be emotional. And it's real as well. I hope we don't sell Xerxes. He has talent. He just needs time to develop more. I don't think we're going to sell him, Cam, at this rate. I don't think Man United can afford to sell Xerxes. If we sell Xerxes, who we got? Cam, who we got? We sell Xerxes, we're going to be left with nobody of any kind of experience. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. Join me for that. Should be a big show. And have a good evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal. Thank you. Man United 1, PSG 1. Decent performance. Bring on the Leeds game. Let's see what happens there. Take it easy, guys. See you soon.